is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome, everybody. We are back. High school football is live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's the final week of the regular season, and it's a big one. Here on Week 10, Thursday night football, the Newcastle Racers and the Southeast Spartans going toe-to-toe here tonight at Spiegel Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Josh Calloway here with you in OKC, joined alongside my partner Trent Wade. Carson Wade on the production. Uriah Martinez working the camera. Trent, good to have you back. Hopefully no delays this time.
No lightning delays we brought with us this time. No, it's great to be back. I'm excited.
No doubt about it. And this is a big game, obviously. Final game of the regular season. A lot on the line for both teams. For Newcastle, they know they're in. That's not a question. It's a matter of seeding, and there's still a lot that can happen with seeding because it's not a given that Newcastle will be at home next week, so they got to take care of business to make sure that happens. For Southeast, they're trying to play their way in. They have to win tonight to make the postseason next week, so they're playing for their lives here at home. Senior night, obviously, for Southeast, so there's a lot on the line. It's a big, big game on this final week of the regular season. We're here on a Thursday night. This game got moved up a day because of some stadium, I think, scheduling conflicts, basically, and we're good to have it. Kind of a little bit more of the spotlight to ourselves tonight, and so we're ready to go for what should be a fun matchup here between the Newcastle Racers and the Southeast Spartans. This is the countdown to kickoff presented by Creek Bottom Barbecue and Burgers. Fresh smashed onion burgers, hand-cut fries, slow-smoked brisket, pulled pork, and ribs, along with homemade sides made fresh every day. For a great burger or great barbecue, be sure to come and see them at 1107 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, or you can call them at 405-387-9416. Let's go ahead and take an immediate look at the standings here to kind of articulate what exactly we're working with heading into play tonight. So here's what you have. Newcastle right now in third place. They can get up to second. They cannot win the district, though. Last week's loss to Bishop McGuinness, there is no world where they can get up to first place. I tried to crunch the numbers, Trent. I tried to find any way to make it happen. It can't happen because if Newcastle catches Bishop McGuinness on point differential, they play Lawton Mac tomorrow. They wouldn't be able to catch Lawton Mac. So basically, they can only catch one of them. But they play each other tomorrow. So if Newcastle wins tonight and they get the right score, basically, they can still get to second place. And then, obviously, they would be hosting a playoff game next week. And when this game is done, we'll obviously have a much better idea of Newcastle's point differential, and we can start to really have a clearer picture. But the long and short of it is if Newcastle wins, they have a very good shot to get to the top two, which is huge because that means you get to be at home next week.
Absolutely, yeah. I flunked out of math in college, but I know the math.
I was trying.
Math in here for us to get to first. Unfortunately, tough loss last week for sure, but we got a shot here to get into second place, get a home field, and that's what you're going for right now. So I mean, it's a beautiful night out here. Like you said, a lot on the line, Josh. We got Racers versus Spartans. We're going to see horsepower versus the old horsehair helmets. So we're going to have a fun time tonight.
There you have it. And then you see what's on the line as well for Southeast tonight. Kind of a no-brainer here. It doesn't take – I don't need to explain it to you. They're in fifth place tonight. They're behind Duncan, but they have the same record, and Duncan's point differential is just a smidge better at 15 under. So if Southeast were to win tonight, Duncan plays Midwest City tomorrow, so they have a winnable game too. But it could come down to points. You know, we'll kind of see what happens there. But for Southeast, they know they need to win tonight. If they lose, and certainly if they lose by 15 or more, they're done. They're not going to be able to climb over that mountain. So Southeast is playing for their lives tonight as well. So this is a huge game for both teams. Newcastle knows they're going to be in the playoffs next week, but home, road, and who they're playing is still to be determined over the course of tonight and tomorrow. Most games are tomorrow, so we're not going to know unlike typically in Week 10, usually when the game is over, Billy and I can start to peek ahead like, okay, here's who they're playing. And we're not going to be able to do that tonight because the games are all tomorrow for the most part. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But McGinnis-MacArthur, which will be on OSN tomorrow, will determine kind of where Newcastle lands. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to be doing some math tomorrow night,
and it'll be a good time to get the chance to watch that game and see how that plays out. That'll be 2 fun teams to watch on OSN, like you said, so that'll be a good one to watch as well.
No doubt. Look forward to that, and it should be a fun one here tonight. We'll see if the Racers can handle their business, get to 7-3, and put themselves, again, they can't clinch anything tonight, but put themselves in pretty good shape to get to that 2 line with a win here tonight and get a home playoff game next week. All right, let's go ahead and get into our keys to the game tonight, presented by Focus Federal Credit Union. Drive your dreams with their competitive rates and flexible terms for more than 70 years. Focus Federal Credit Union has continued to deliver innovative products and services to our membership about all things financial by anticipating needs and delivering exceptional member service. Seen with their Tri-City branch, 1097 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, member FDIC. Trent, last time we went to do this, we hit a huge delay. So this time, I think you're clear. Fire away. What's the keys to the game tonight for Newcastle to come get this win on the road?
Yeah, it looks clear out here, so I got a little bit more time.
I think you're in good shape. It's actually a great weather, by the way, too. For November, this is amazing.
Beautiful night, yeah. Well, we're going to be keeping an eye on number 0 for Southeast. He's Damon Davis, the big defensive end. He's a wrecking ball out there, so he can actually destroy plays all by himself. I expect the Racers to keep the ball on the ground and keep it away from him. The good thing is he lines up on the left side every time, every play. So unless they switch something up tonight, that's kind of something you can plan ahead for.
Sure.
So I look for us to run, to our left, to the Racers' left. Keep the ball control, make sure we're getting those good ground yardage as always. And defensively, they've got a very inexperienced line that's a little bit underweight, so we got to take advantage of that, get in their backfield, disrupt their plays, not let any big plays happen over the top. But I think they're going to be in good shape if they do those things tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned Damon Davis, the defensive end. He's just a junior, too, having a monster season. He's leading the team in tackles, and he has 14 and a half sacks. We're talking about that before we came on the air. That is a ton. 9 games into the season, obviously. So, yeah, he's going to be a big one to kind of know where he is at all times. Another guy offensively, I'm going to try not to butcher the name. I'm going to have to say it, so I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid now. Montre McGlugrich. I think I got that right. Junior wide receiver, having a big year. He's got 9 touchdowns for the Spartans this year. He leads them in touchdowns. So, obviously Newcastle secondary, one of the strengths of the team, I would say. Got a test there with McGlugrich.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was talking to Coach Brickman yesterday, and he mentioned those 2 guys specifically. I mean, those are D1-type prospect guys again,
yeah, they are.
Just like we've seen in previous weeks. So it's going to be a tough matchup, but something they're going to have to keep an eye on. It'll be another Caden Longman show back there. He's going to have to be on them like he's trying to – get their Wi-Fi signal and share with them. They need to stay close.
Yeah.
But it'll be a fun matchup to watch.
No doubt. Southeast, coached by Michael Billingsley. He's in his 2nd year with the program. He is an alum of Southeast. He's at his alma mater. That's always kind of cool when you get that. So in his 2nd year, and they're 6-3. I mean, a far better season than a year ago. They took advantage of their non-district schedule, got some big wins to start the year, and their schedule was completely backloaded. They've gone McGinnis, Mac, Newcastle the last 3 weeks of the season. So trying to find a way to put up a good effort here tonight. And like we said, they're in Week 10, and they're still playing for something. Yeah, they have a chance to make the playoffs tonight. So you expect to get whatever their best shot is, you're expecting to get it here tonight. This is a Southeast program that hasn't won a playoff game, Trent, since 1977.
Wow.
It's been a really long time, and they got a chance to get back to the playoffs tonight.
That's all you can ask at the end of the year is have a shot, right? And players know it, the coaches know it. They're going to give all their effort tonight to get in that playoff spot. So, it's a great turnaround for them, and like you said, a horrible stretch down the road here, but they've done well this season.
No doubt. It should be a fun one. We're excited. We're getting close to getting this game started. We're going to go ahead and step aside real quick. We come back, we'll kind of touch on some of the other district games and games on OSN tonight and tomorrow that we're going to be keeping an eye on, and we'll obviously have the coin flip, and we'll have kickoff coming up in just a few moments here from Spiegel Stadium in Oklahoma City. Stick with us. Newcastle Racers pregame show rolling on next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, back here in Oklahoma City at Spiegel Stadium, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Newcastle Racers, Southeast Spartans just moments away from getting started here in Oklahoma City. The captains are out there for the opening coin flip. The coin flip presented by Tamara Bail Bonds. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bail Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110, 15-plus years serving the community. Southeast, the home squad here tonight. They share this stadium with a couple other schools, U.S. Grant and Capitol Hill here at Spiegel Stadium, which is why there was some moving around. I honestly don't know the full backstory as to why the conflict wasn't known until last week.
Yeah, I think
maybe it was and just wasn't communicated.
Yeah, I think it was something they agreed on to move ahead of night. Like you said, a little bit of stadium schedule mix up there.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's nice to have the spotlight on Thursday night. So
I'm good with it. Yeah, let us have a Friday night to chill out tomorrow and watch some football. We got some really big games tomorrow, so we'll look forward to it. So the opening coin flip, I didn't actually see who won that. We'll have to wait for the official signal here, and we'll see who's starting out on offense to win this game, to open up this football game. Other games in district, by the way, we mentioned it earlier, but Lawton, Mack, and McGinnis tomorrow. That game will be on OSN. That's a huge game, obviously, for the Racers. The result of that game will have a heavy impact on where Newcastle lands in the district. And then Duncan Midwest City on OSN tomorrow as well. Those are both teams that are playing for their lives as well tomorrow. So that's a couple of big games that'll be on OSN in district tomorrow night. We have 8 games on OSN tomorrow, 3 tonight, Ike and U.S. Grant, and then Jones and Blackwell, and, of course, our game here with the Racers and the Southeast Spartans. All right, we'll go ahead and step aside one more quick time. When we come back, we will have opening kick here from Oklahoma City, the Racers and the Spartans. We'll get this thing started. On the other side of this break, you're watching Newcastle Racers football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Racers are going to start this game out on offense against the Southeast Spartans. Mentioned earlier, great night for football from a weather perspective. High 60s, not that windy, I don't believe. Trent, normally these late November games are, by the time, I guess we're in late November, by the time we get late in the season into November, usually freezing.
Absolutely.
And it's not cold at all. It's great weather today,
Beautiful night.
Perfect night for football, and we're excited to be here for what should be a fun one. The Racers and the Spartans, a chance for Newcastle to set themselves up. Again, they can't clinch anything necessarily tonight. They have to wait and see what happens with McGinnis and MacArthur tomorrow, but certainly can put themselves in very good shape to get a home playoff game with a win here tonight on the road to close out the regular season.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see what the coach's strategy on taking the ball or kicking the ball.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wind tonight, so it's really not in play. I think Newcastle just wants to take the ball and establish control here.
Back to return for Newcastle will be Caden Longman and Centurio Boykins. Doing the honors for the Southeast Spartans will be Diego Romero, the sophomore kicker. He'll boot it away, and here we go. Opening kickoff presented by First United Bank. It's a short one, and it'll be fair caught just inside the 40-yard line. First United Bank, with over 80 locations across Oklahoma and Texas, is a family bank in every sense of the word. Family-owned and operated, built on family values, and treating you like family. Spend life wisely. Member FDIC. So here comes Blake Cresswell and the Racer offense starting out on their own 39-yard line. Chance to grab an early lead here on the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their kicker situation is, but they just gifted
Went for the
us.
pooch kick
yeah,
there.
They gifted us a great field position.
It seems like as we've gone deeper in the season, less and less teams seem interested in letting Longman or Boykins or whoever they have back
That's
there
true. Very
get
true.
much of a return. So not a shock. We mentioned the guy to watch out, number 0 for Southeast. He's on the near side here, close to our end on the camera. 14.5 sacks, Damon Davis this year for the Spartans. 1st and 10 on their own 39, first play of the game. Tried to drop it off to Fletcher. Went off the hands there. Faked the handoff to Bradford. And incomplete pass on first down.
Yeah, Davis certainly looks the part over here at defensive end. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes for our guys tonight.
Yeah. Anytime you go the baggy shirt
Yes.
underneath the jersey.
Yeah, he ain't playing around.
No. So incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10 on this first possession of the game. Final week of the regular season. On to the playoffs next week. 2nd down, Lawman, the man in motion. They'll give the handoff to Bradford the middle. There he goes, running through some guys. And he's out near the first down marker. TJ Bradford doing what he does, and he's right at the stick. So they're going to give it to him 1st and 10, Newcastle.
First down, nice run, good hole.
TJ Bradford, always one of those guys that trait of a lot of good running backs, but falls forward pretty much every time, it seems like.
He doesn't just, fall down. He replaces the defenders every play.
So 1st and 10 up to the 49-yard line after the short kick. Newcastle already out near midfield here. Cresswell will drop back. Fires on the near side. Pass is caught by Schumar. Wrestled down at about the 43-yard line. Good pickup on first down there to number 13, Alex Schumar.
Yeah, good job on protection there. Like I said, big number 0. We're going to be watching him all night. He definitely bull rushes guy, but we got the ball out quick. A lot of guys open on that play.
Sets up a 2nd down and 2, maybe 1.5 or so. Got to get just in front of the 41-yard line. On 4 wide here with Bradford, the running back, next to Cresswell.
Back to they're going on the pass. Got a guy over the middle.
Trying to buy some time here. Cresswell bounces out, and he's going to just have to get rid of it. Big collision on the sideline there. That was a few bodies. Hopefully everyone all right there. That was Cresswell got hit right on the sideline, and we had just kind of people spraying everywhere there.
Looked like he ran into a manager or somebody over here, and that was rough.
It's like we're going to take a timeout so they can attend to her for a moment. That was a big collision. Let's go ahead and step aside for real quick while they attend to her. It's going to be 3rd and short when we get back. 10:42 to go in the first here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
All right, back in Oklahoma City, the Southeast, I don't know if it was a team manager or someone taking a photo, was helped off. Hopefully she's all right. That was a big collision at the tail end of that play. So hoping the best there, but we'll get back to football here. 3rd down and 2. Big play for Newcastle on southeast side of the 50. Cresswell will take it under center, gives it back to Ben Rogers. First carry, and there he goes. Big Ben Rogers, he's gone. 42 yards, touchdown Newcastle.
Great call, great play, execution, house call, put 6 on the board.
Man, the way Ben runs, hitting the hole hard there, when you have that much room to operate with, that was good night.
Absolutely. Yeah, so he got a hole that big. I mean, these O-line going to have to start charging tolls to run through those lanes.
42 yards to the house for Ben Rogers on his first carry. It's a pretty good ratio, 42 yards per carry. I'll take that. Brian Madrano on to attempt the extra point. Ashton Schumard will do the hold here for the Racers, who have snagged a quick 6-0 lead here on the road with an extra point coming. Spot down, kick up, and it's through. And so far, so good for the black and blue. One drive, one touchdown. They lead at 7-0 over Southeast. 10:32 to go in the first. You're watching high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good start for Newcastle. They take their first possession of the night right down the field. A 42-yard touchdown run for Ben Rogers puts the Racers on the board first. Then they'll get their defense out there and try to keep the momentum rolling here early. But a great start, Trent, obviously. I mean, you come into a game that you want to make sure you take care of business, and you know Southeast playing for their lives. You kind of come in and hit them right in the mouth.
Absolutely.
I mean, a minute and 28 in, you're up 7-0.
100%. Yeah, you come establish the game control right off the bat. I mean, they spread them out wide. Nice play call. Big 41, Jaden Fletcher comes across the formation. Nice block. I mean, just the hole was massive. So, great play. Now you got to settle up on defense here and get the ball back.
Madrano and his big leg will do the honors on the kickoff here. Trying to scope out who that is back for Southeast.
Definitely got Glukrich.
Looks like it was Kendre Post, the sophomore receiver, who let it go over his head and out of bounds, into the end zone for a touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20. Quarterback for the Southeast Spartans is number 3, Luciano Williams. He is a junior signal caller.
Great name.
It is good. I was first time I've said it, and I was a little worried I was going to just destroy it. I think I probably did.
No, you got it. You nailed it.
I got close enough. Southeast got a couple of running backs that they'll use. Josiah Hardy, the main option. Domingo Solis will also get into this game, though.
Yeah, they're set up in like a pistol formation with the up back kind of front. Power pistol is what I would call it.
They'll go handoff on first down. Big hit. Got maybe a yard there. I think that was that big 76, Braden Cantrell, I think, in there, who got the first pop, maybe a yard for the running back for the Spartans. That was Solis on that one, number 22.
Cantrell, nice penetration there, and Cody Nix on the end here. He crashed down pretty hard and made that hole a lot smaller.
We noted Montre McGoldrich in pregame, their top guy, 9 touchdowns, leads the Spartans. He's on the bottom. Caden Longman match up with him. Fun matchup there.
Absolutely. You like Caden locked up with their best receiver. Be a good one to watch. And
second and long. They'll have him throw. Bounce out to the right. Pressure coming. That might have been a run all the way. It's hard to tell because the pocket kind of collapsed immediately. Maybe got a yard on that. Not much more. Third down and long coming.
Yeah, as I mentioned pregame, Josh, that's a big key for Newcastle tonight. They're going to take advantage of this undersized offensive line, and I think we'll be in the backfield all night.
So it'll be third down and call it 7 here. They're on the 23. Got to get to the 30. First Southeast possession. Trying to respond after the Racers came right down and scored on their first drive of the night.
Got 4 wide, doubles on both sides. Be watching number 13 again here. Maybe a comeback route.
I think that's where he would look on third down. That's right where he's looking. He's going to put it up, and he got him. It's caught by McGoldrich. Able to get through one. Ball might have came out at the end there, and it did. It's a turnover. Racers have got it. McGoldrich made a nice job getting past the first man, but then had the ball get poked loose on the tail end of that. Taking a look at that on the Eric Ledoux State Farm instant replay. It looks like it might have been Scagnetti maybe who got the hand on it to poke that away.
Yeah, that's just a big mistake by McGoldrich. I mean, he had a great play there, plenty of yards, first down. Kind of found a soft zone behind our linebackers in front of our corners and safeties, but then he coughed it up.
Good look on that Eric Ledoux State Farm instant replay. Eric Ledoux State Farm, dedicated team committed to helping you find the perfect insurance coverage for your unique needs. Whether it's auto, home, or life insurance, here to provide personalized quotes and guidance so you can navigate life's roads with confidence. Call for a free quote today, 405-392-3992. Eric Ledoux, State Farm. So Racers right back on offense. Play action. Cresswell going to fire. He's got Shumard. Got him inside the 30. Cutback move makes one guy miss. Up the sideline into the red zone and out of bounds at the 16.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play action pass right there. And, you know, I mean, Cresswell didn't throw that one. He delivered it like Amazon Prime, right on time, right on the money.
Perfect. That was a great throw. Good job, Shumard running underneath it. And the Racers are into the Trinity Restoration red zone for the first time tonight, as they try to add to their lead. Actually called him out to 17, but either way, a big chunk play there from Cresswell to Shumard. Fletcher moves over. Cresswell will go under center. Ooh, snap is loose. It's on the turf, and Cresswell will dive on it.
Yeah, just mishandled the snap. Tried to get out of there a little too early, but smart move, just falling on it, get another play. Moving the ball really well. No need to take any chances.
So they lost about 2 on that. And it'll set up a second down and 12 back at the 19-yard line. Bradford, the running back, next to Cresswell on his left.
There you go.
Oh, got a couple of guys to jump. So there's 5 yards. Makes second down a little more manageable.
Good discipline there by the Racers. Get those yards back that you kind of fumbled up on that ball on first play. Get a nice play there.
Billy Collier and I have talked about it for years. It's like every year Newcastle, different quarterback, that hard count is still.
Same result.
Yeah, it happens.
It's such a weapon that people underutilize. You know, that's free 5 yards. Get to play it again. I mean, you got to love it.
So second down and 7 now after the penalty. Bradford will get it on kind of a stretch play here, and he is wrangled down just inside the 15-yard line. Good tackle there by the Spartans, number 20, Josiah Hardy, who is one of their kind of best all-around players, one of their top running backs, and also plays linebacker for Southeast. Probably the strength. I mean, you got Damon Davis obviously coming off the edge. He's your best guy overall, but probably the strength of this Southeast defense is their linebackers.
Yeah, and Hardy playing right, stacked right behind Davis there. Made a great open field tackle. You don't want to see number 5 coming in the gap one-on-one, but he made a great tackle.
So they got a 3rd and long here. We'll see if they try to throw their way for it or let Bradford run on 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Cresswell will fire down to the bottom, looking for Shumard. 1-1 in the corner.
Oh,
he got it. Touchdown, Newcastle. Perfect throw by Cresswell in the corner.
This is an absolute dime. I mean, dropped it right in the bucket. Great job by Shumard, shielding this guy off, getting to the pylon. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a perfect throw by Cresswell. You saw it on the Eric Ledoux State Farm instant replay, and Shumard just beating his man, Cormel McDonald, the listed as linebacker, out there guarding Shumard. And just a perfect throw. That was kind of it wasn't terrible coverage, obviously.
No,
but one of those good throw, good catch will beat good defense sort of things.
Good on good. I mean, you got blanket coverage, and he just dropped it right in the bucket. And great job by the line. Again, one-step drop, get rid of the ball quick. Great pass, great play all around.
Call it a 14-yard touchdown for Shumard. Extra point is up and through. And it's a fast start for the Racers. They lead at 14-0 over Southeast. 7:31 to go in the first. You're watching high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back in Oklahoma City at Spiegel Stadium, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A very good start for the Racers as they hold a 14-0 lead over Southeast. Can't do much better than first drive, score, got a turnover, and then score again. So a good start here on the road for the Racers as they have a 14-0 lead in this regular season finale here tonight in OKC. Madrano will boot it away. Looks like for Southeast, we mentioned it on the first kickoff, it was Kendry Post. I think he's out there again, along with Cormel McDonald, number 4. It's going to go to Post, and he's going to let it go over his head into the end zone. And another touchback for the Spartans. So obviously not the start you want if you're Southeast. I mean, defense giving up some big chunk plays, and you had a good first down play there, but then McGoldrich fumbles, and then you give it right back. So Southeast right now a little bit kind of on the ropes here, obviously down 14.
You're already playing at a disadvantage, probably against a little bit better team, so you definitely can't have, turnovers. Turnovers will kill you any game, much less when you're a little bit outmanned.
Sure. So second possession for the Spartans for Williams and this Southeast offense, trying to get something going here, down 2 scores early. Man in motion is Santos Flores. Bad snap, scooped up by Williams. He's going to let it fly over the middle. And a little bit behind his man, McDonald, who had some room. If he could have put that on, and that might have been a good chunk play there, but throw behind McDonald and falls harmlessly to the turf, incomplete.
Yeah, good job by Southeast offensive line there, keeping a pocket, even after the ball was on the turf. But luckily we got away with one there. He was open in the middle.
So a complete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Southeast and Newcastle here on a Thursday night. Final week of the regular season. Playoffs start next Friday all across the great state of Oklahoma. 2nd down and 10. Williams will take the shotgun snap. He'll fire down toward the bottom. Pass caught. Getting up across the 25 is Kendre Post. Good pickup there of about 7, maybe even 8. Sets up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, it's another one of those situations where you got the whole playbook at your disposal here, 3rd and short. We'll see what they run, getting the call in now. You expect them to get out on the edge and, try to throw something short yardage for that first down.
They did give him the 28-yard line on that, so it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Another interesting formation here for the Spartans. Got 3 guys bunched up on the right side of the line, 1 at the bottom.
He tried to get us to jump, but we didn't go for it.
Williams will take the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket. It's collapsing, and he's down he goes. Fletcher, the one to kind of finish the job. Like maybe Scagnetti was the one holding him up. But the Racers able to put Williams on the turf, and on 3rd and 2, instead of running the ball with one of their 2 running backs, obviously they try to throw their way forward, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, that was like a jailbreak back in the backfield there. And I don't know if you know about the old school mobsters, Josh, but Luciano wasn't so lucky on that one.
I got you. So it's going to be 4th down now after the sack. Williams, by the way, kind of hobbled off there after that play, something to keep in mind. Hopefully he's all right. But the Spartans have to punt for the first time tonight.
Oh, that's
Ooh, and it got a piece of it. It's up in the air. It's going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line as that ball got blocked on the punt there.
Yeah, this is one of those deals where it doesn't matter who recovers it. It's a block punt, so it's first down Racers.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. There was too many bodies in there. There was about 3 different racers who had a good shot at blocking that. But it's going to be a Racer football in the red zone after the block punt. Man, you can't draw up a better 6 minutes and change for Newcastle than what they've done so far. This has been everything you could have hoped for.
Yeah, we need to get those guys some stethoscopes because they're putting on a clinic out there. I mean, it's literally just whatever they want to do right now. So it looks good.
So right back into the Trinity Restoration red zone to start this drive. Trinity Restoration and Construction, providing quality construction services for over 20 years. Team completed a wide variety of projects, including commercial buildings, residential homes, and industrial facilities. Pride themselves on attention to detail and commitment to customer satisfaction. You can call Trinity Restoration at 405-695-7040. Racers right back to it, looking for more points. Already up 14-0. Cresswell fakes it to Bradford, throws it to Lawman on the slant. He's got it inside the 10 and cutting back up for a 1st and goal as Newcastle knocking on the door for more points.
Yeah, Josh, Newcastle coaches got to love this. They got to really, they're packing the box. They got a light defensive coverage out on the edge. So we're just taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups right now.
1st and goal. They gave him the 8-yard line officially. Cresswell under center. He'll give it to Bradford to the left side. And Bradford getting to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown. TJTD. Racers in for the 3rd time. And in just over half a quarter, it's 20-0 Newcastle with an extra point coming.
Another excellent job by the line there, just sealing off the edge.
A lot of room.
Safety never got up to make the play. That was kind of his play to come up and make, and he didn't get there. TJ gets in the corner of the end zone there. Put another 6 on the board. Our mascot's going to be tired tonight doing all those push-ups.
So you had Rogers' 42-yard run, Schumart 14-yard catch, and now Bradford 8-yard run. So 3 different guys doing the scoring so far. think this one might have got blown dead before the kick here. Couldn't tell if it was a false start or an offside. It looked like offside, and they're going to decline it. Extra point was good, so it'll stand up. And with 5:28 to go in the first, it's all Newcastle. Well, hold on a second, Carson. I pump faked you. I thought he said it was offsides and decline, but it looks like they might be kicking again here. All right, we're going to do it again.
Different way to ice the kicker there.
Sure. Try it again. This one up and through as well. So there you go. Now we have it at 21-0 Newcastle. 5:28 to go in the first. All racers early, rolling on the road. Newcastle leads it by 3 scores on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeboat. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, this whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 5:28 to go in the first. Newcastle, a lightning fast start here, 21-0. First drive, touchdown. Got the fumble, touchdown. Block punt, touchdown. That's where we're at. You can't have a more perfect first 6.5 minutes of football in an important game, obviously, for Newcastle. They need to win this game tonight, but it would be nice to win by 15 or more. They're at that spot right now.
That's right, Josh. And, I mean, they're just drawing up whatever they want right now, and everything's working for them. So it's nice so far. But like you said, these kids got a lot of fight in them from Southeast, and they got stuff to play for. So we'll have to see how this plays out tonight.
Madrano so far, 2 kicks, 2 touchbacks. We'll see what he does here on the third. Going out to that same corner, and they'll let it go again. Bounce into the end zone. Make sure we thank our first quarter sponsor tonight, which is HMS Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Hey, don't stress. Call HMS, 40-plus years experience company focused on HVAC and plumbing needs in Newcastle and the surrounding areas. Roger, Karen, and Chris will love to take care of your air and plumbing needs. Look HMS up at hmscomfort.com or call at 405-392-5413. So, Southeast offense back out on the field. Had a couple of decent pickups, but haven't been able to sustain anything so far in this game. See what they do here, third time out. Williams is back out there. He basically dribbled the snap there. He'll fire pass in the flat, caught, and bouncing off guys, doing a good job just to get anything out of that, getting 3 or 4 yards. I think that was McGoldrich on the far side. It was. I don't have a height listed for McGoldrich, but he's got to be, what would you say, Trent? He's a tall kid.
Yeah, I think they said he's 6'2", 6'3", so he's got some height to him. That's twice the quarterbacks dropped the snap from the shotgun, though, and both of them bounced right back up to him.
that one bounced right back up to him. Second down and 6 here. It's a good job by McGoldrich, maybe even 2nd and 5, to get something out of that on that first down play. They'll do a handoff here, running the right side, blown up. Nothing there. Might have even lost half a yard or so. Looks like that was Solis, number 22.
Yeah, great job by the left side, getting their arms extended, controlling the offensive line, pushing them back in the backfield, closing those gaps.
So 3rd and medium here for the Spartans. Their only first down so far was the fumble before. Trying to move the sticks here, keep this drive alive. Trying to just flip some sort of momentum in their favor right now, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they got trips left, and they're motioning into doubles. So look for something over the middle again.
We got whistles here. Looks like Southeast going to burn a timeout. Coach Billingsley wants to talk things over here. Obviously, a key 3rd down early in this game for Southeast that they kind of need to have. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 3:58 to go here in the first. 21-0 Newcastle on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good start, obviously, for Newcastle. 21-0 lead, 3:58 to go here in the third. Spartans looking at a 3rd and 5 here, backed up on their own 25-yard line, trying to just find some sort of offensive rhythm, get something going here, and work their way back in. Obviously, a ton of games still.
Bad need of a first down here for the Southeast.
3rd down and 5. Williams, the quarterback, will take the snap. Fake the handoff, rolls out to his left. Pressure coming. He'll try and drop it off. He does to McGoldrich. Can he get to the corner? Makes one guy miss. Spin move. Going to be a first down across a 35 and down to the 40. A big play there for Montre McGlugrich, who's a guy we talked about in pregame. You know, he's kind of one of their go-to guys. Leads them in touchdowns at 9. And you can tell early on, that's kind of where Williams is looking.
Yeah, I mean, just athletic play again. I mean, Pepke did a good job there on the end, reading that. He didn't fall for the fake. He really kept his leverage out there, but that's just a kid making a great play.
And he's kind of proven to be a little bit of a slippery guy to tackle, too, a little bit in this first handful of drives. So they first down for the Spartans out to the 40-yard line. First time they've kind of had a little something cooking here. Reverse the McGlugrich, going to the right side. And not a lot there. The ball come out again. Racers seem to think it did. Waiting for a call here.
That's going to be Racers again, it looks like.
I don't think we've got a signal yet. Both teams certainly are acting like they thought it was a fumble. I'm still waiting for the official to point. Newcastle's defense just came right off the field. Yeah. And they're going to call it a turnover. So McGlugrich having a good first quarter, but 2 fumbles are kind of overshadow all that as the reverse play got a couple of yards or so, but the ball poked out at the end, and the Racers forced another turnover.
Yeah, even Josh on that first down play, he was, didn't have great ball security, so it's something to watch. You gotta keep the ball close to the chest, and he's hanging it out there, and the Racers are taking advantage of it.
He's doing a good job, extending plays, right, fighting for extra yards, but it's kind of burned him twice on the 2 fumbles. It's a fine line there. So another turnover, and Newcastle set up again on southeast side of the 50, 1st and 10 at the 43. Go right back to Ben Rogers, going to the left side. He's got room again. There he goes. Ben Rogers down the sideline. There's a flag down. Rogers will take it, I think, all the way unless he stepped out. I don't see a signal for that. It might be coming back either way. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like that ref didn't really care where he stepped out because he's calling it back. But, great. I mean, still great great job over there sealing the guys off. I think one guy just got a little handsy.
I honestly don't know if he was able to stay in off the sideline. Like you said, I don't think it matters for the penalty here. It doesn't look like it does. But like you said, official just kind of said,
The big key there is, though, again, we're running the ball away from Big Zero, and we're just really controlling that left side of the line. So that's going to be, the moneymaker for us all night.
So the penalty does go against Newcastle. It was down the field a ways, so they actually end up gaining yards on the play still, a few. Up to the 40, sets up a 1st down and 7.
You don't see a 1st and 7 very often.
Not all the time. Go Bradford here. Does a good job. Cut back. He's got room. T.J. Bradford. Here he goes. Cutback move inside the 10. Huge run for number 5, and it's 1st and goal for Newcastle again.
Yeah, great patient run there. Just waiting for the blocks to develop. I wish he would have cut that one outside at the end, but I'm not going to complain too much. Big game.
His ability to just kind of shift his weight.
He's just so smooth.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's just gliding. And Racers have it right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal again. Looking to punch it in for the 4th time in this first quarter. Cresswell back to Bradford, right up the gut. And he's able to be tripped up. Good job there. I think that was Tyzavian Williams, who's just a freshman on the Southeast defense. Did a good job getting Bradford around the legs there.
Yeah, it's pick your poison with the Racers. I mean, they're crowding the box right now down here in the red zone, but I wouldn't be surprised if we play action and pop one right over the top, right over the middle.
2nd and goal here at the 8-yard line.
Got him again.
Got a man to jump, and they're going to get him. So that's going to move it half the distance up inside the 5. So Southeast, you do a pretty good job on first down of, fairly bottling up that run, but you give it all back with a penalty there. Now Racers inside the 5, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and they're probably going to hand it off now. Just get a hat on a hat and get this in the end zone. We'll see.
Bradford, the running back, next to Cresswell. They'll go right to him, working his way up the middle. Spartans do a good job collapsing there. It looks like he got down and inside the 2 and sets up 3rd and goal. You figure probably 2 cracks at this, you would think, down this close to the end zone.
Yeah, you're dominating the game. You got a lot of faith in your defense. There's no reason not to go for this if you don't get in here on 3rd. Might get a quick slant out here. There's nobody really on the inside.
Got Boykins at the bottom, Schumart and Longman on the far side. Bradford, the running back. 3rd and goal to 2. They'll go back to Bradford. Cut back, dives forward. Touchdown. TJ TD.
Oh, now I give him the
2nd of the night for TJ Bradford. The official on that far side called it right away. Said he got across. So Bradford has his 2nd touchdown run of the night. And the onslaught continues. It's 27-0 Newcastle. So the beat goes on for TJ Bradford, Trent. 2 more touchdowns here in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and
he's just
Newcastle
amazing.
Is pouring it on right now. Extra point from Medrano. Spot down from Schumard. And it is up and through. And the Racers continue to roll. 108 to go here in the first quarter. All Newcastle here in Oklahoma City. 28-0 Racers. You're watching high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Newcastle pouring it on here in this first quarter. They lead Southeast 28-0 here on the road. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. Defensively, 2 forced fumbles and a block punt tonight. Really about as perfect of a quarter as you could have, and it's kind of all working right now for Newcastle. They lead at 28-0 here in this regular season finale. Newcastle, a win tonight puts them in position to get into the top 2. It'll still kind of depend on what happens tomorrow with McGinnis and MacArthur, how it'll all end up shaking out, but in pretty good shape. And we'll do some math here at the end of the broadcast tonight as this kickoff will go into the end zone once again for Medrano. So you want to stick with us in the postgame because we'll be doing we'll get our calculators out and we'll be doing some math.
Josh, I wasn't told about the math coming up.
We're going to do some math.
All right, we'll try.
But Newcastle at a plus 44 right now. You get to 59. MacArthur's 51. McGinnis is 70. And so you start to – they play each other tomorrow night. So you start to – anytime you give MacArthur points, you have to take away from McGinnis. So you start to figure it out. There is no world where they can get to first, unfortunately, just kind of the way the numbers worked out.
And they cap you at 15, right?
They cap you at 15, right. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, go put 100 up.
Yeah, exactly. Which they are on pace for 104. Yeah. That is some good math.
That's
right
true.
There. Oh,
112.
Yeah,
112, yeah.
See, that wasn't good math.
There you go. Close enough. You got it. Yeah, over 100. 1st and 10 back at their own 20 again. Williams, the quarterback for Southeast. Some pressure coming here. He'll try and bounce outside, running out of room, and he'll just get rid of it.
He went out of the pocket, and he didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage.
They might say that he was trying to get it to the running back there, Josiah Hardy.
Give him the benefit of the doubt over there. Yeah,
he was trying to get it to Hardy. He was kind of getting mangled there as he threw it. So they'll say he had a receiver in the area. Makes it 2nd down and 10. A reminder, you can also tune into the Newcastle Rangers Coaches Show every Thursday night. Gene Reed, Craig Clayhorn, who hosts that show on Thursday nights at Luigi's. They'll be keeping it going into the postseason. So be sure to be with them on Thursday night next week to set the table for the playoff opener, which will hopefully be at Racer Stadium next Friday night. So tune in with them on Thursday nights at Luigi's. Bad snap again. Williams did a good job to corral it, but he's going to be tackled down for a massive loss. Oh, he actually got rid of it somehow, but he still lost a lot. I don't know how he managed to get that ball out to Hardy.
No idea. Did they call him down with the grass?
Is that one of those spots where Hardy's saying, like, man, now I lost all those yards?
Yeah, exactly. Took the stats away from
Yeah.
me. Oh, yeah, it's just a jailbreak again on the defensive line.
He might have. Did he fumble that?
It was hard to tell on that play.
Carson's saying he flipped it. I'll take his word for it. Either way, huge loss, and it's a third down and a lot. They're back on their own 8-yard line. They got to get to the 30, so
we might get
call it 3rd and 22 here.
We might get a pick here.
Should be the final play of the quarter, unless an incomplete pass. Lawman coming off the edge. They're going to fire it deep. Got a couple guys down there, and it's caught at the 40. Great catch by Cormel McDonald. Just throw it up and hope, and McDonald able to make a good play on the football.
She marched down, hurting
a little slow
bit.
to get up. Yeah, that was a big collision there.
Yeah, that ball hung up there in the air a long time. I mean, the DB's kind of got to find the ball and make a play on it.
Well, that's going to end the first quarter, so Southeast gets out of their own end a little bit at least and gets a first down. Still obviously a lot of work to do in a big hole. After one, Newcastle leading Southeast 28-0. You're watching high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Ryan Martinez up top working the camera for us tonight. Carson Wade on the production. The regular season finale here in OKC. Playoff football starting next Friday night. It kind of doesn't even feel like the end of the year. The season always goes by fast, but then I mentioned at the beginning, the weather's really throwing me off. It feels more like early October.
It feels like we're sitting in the Caribbean
I know.
somewhere.
It's great.
Here comes a reverse.
Oh, they ran into each other.
Fake.
Williams has just kept it there. I think that was just miscommunication all the way. As you can tell, it looks like number 4 is that post, or excuse me, that's Cormel McDonald. He kind of had his hands up like, what just happened? They pretty much just both ran into each other there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think they knew which guy was getting the ball.
No, that was a missed call, miscommunication.
So there was a flag down as well on that far sideline. We'll see what the call is there. Go ahead and thank our second quarter sponsor while the officials sort it out, which is Contemporary Family Dentistry. Number 1 goal, to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Come in and experience the difference at Contemporary Family Dentistry, 1117 Northwest 32nd Street, or you can call them at 405-387-9300.
Face mask on the defense.
All right, so wouldn't that be a 15-yard
Yeah,
penalty?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's 1st and 5 is what it's listed at here at the 45-yard line. McDonald will go in motion. They'll give the handoff to Hardy. Ball came flying out. It's on the turf and diving on it and recovering that for the Racers, number 22, which is Cam Colbert with the recovery. That ball got, talk about punched out. It fumbled forward 15 yards.
Yeah, that ball shot out like a cannon. That was wild. Yeah, you got to be the coaches for Southeast. You got to be preaching ball control and hold on to the football.
Yeah, third fumble already. I'm trying to see if I can tell who punched this out, and it's hard to tell. Maybe Brown, 7 maybe? Hard to tell right in the middle of the tackles. But yeah, whoever got it, it came flying out. And then jumping on it was Colbert, number 22. with the recovery. So another turnover. The 4 possessions for Southeast tonight, 3 fumbles and a block punt. That's the 4 possessions tonight.
That is not what you want.
No. So Newcastle gets it back on their own 40-yard line.
We got false start, left tackle.
No whistles here. 3 flags flying in on the play.
Yeah, looked like Pratt just got out of his stance a little quick.
So that'll back him up to a 1st and 15 now after the false start. Appreciate everyone being tuned in on a Thursday night. The beauty of this for us, Trent, we get to kick back tomorrow night, see what's going on everywhere else, and kind of let everyone else beat up on each other while we wait and see. And, of course, the big one for us here, McGinnis and MacArthur, which you can watch on OSN tomorrow night. That's a big game, obviously, for them and for Newcastle.
Lots of implications for that game.
Going to drop it off the flat here to Longman, who just kind of started turning up field and mishandled it.
Yeah, lost focus a little bit. A nice play call. I mean, I think he was going to have a big game.
He had room,
there.
With his speed, you get him in any sort of space, and you got something cooking. But incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 15. So the reality for tomorrow, if Newcastle were to continue this, and we'll be able to map this out, but the basic is that if McGinnis wins tomorrow, then Newcastle will be in 2nd place.
Yeah.
Assuming Newcastle takes care of business and finishes this off, which is still a long way to go, but obviously out to a big lead here. 2nd down, they'll throw it out in the flat underneath here to Longman, getting him a redo, and he gets off the bubble screen, and there he goes. Caden Longman using the wheels. Caden Longman, can he get to the pylon? He's knocked out inside the 5. I think he's going to be just short at the 1.
Oh.
So a little bubble screen, and Caden Longman did the rest. A massive pickup there, and Newcastle knocking on the door of more points. I think, trying to do quick math there, 64-yard gain, I think, unofficially there.
Yeah, nice effort by McGluckers to get down there and make that tackle. I mean, he did not give up on that play when it looked like it was going to be a house call. Very impressive effort.
Those short bubble screens have been very effective for Newcastle this year, and it's because, first off, the receivers are dynamic. It can make things happen, but the other guys are blocking.
Yeah, that's great blocking.
The wide
on the
receivers
edge.
are blocking.
And you get the ball in your athlete's hands in space. I mean, good things are going to happen.
So 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Bradford already with 2 touchdowns tonight. Are they going to make it 3? Yes, he walks in. TJTD number 3 here in the first half. And Newcastle just keeps rolling.
Yeah, my grandma could have walked through that hole, and she's in a wheelchair, so that would have been
okay.
Interesting to watch. But these holes are huge, Josh. I mean, they're just
offensive line's
blowing
dominating.
them open.
Everyone's kind of dominating. So Bradford walks in for his 3rd touchdown of the night with still 10:13 to go in the first half. And this is a demolition right now. As spot down kick is up and through for Medrano. And they just keep on keeping on. 35-0 Newcastle. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. 10:13 until halftime. You're watching high school football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 35-0 Newcastle in front of Southeast with 10:13 to play in the first half. We have I don't know if I'm hesitant to call it a delay here. There's nothing. The teams aren't out on the field. I don't know.
Yeah, we've got an ambulance coming up over here, and we got
okay.
a coach, the refs over here talking to some personnel. I'm not sure what's going on. I might be 2 for 2 on long delays, Josh.
Oh yeah, looks like they're bringing a stretcher out right now. All right, we'll go ahead and step aside again here, Carson. As they're bringing a stretcher over here I'm not sure who for or what the situation is here, but we'll step aside while they attend to whoever they're attending to here with Newcastle leading 35-0 here in the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, this whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
All right, back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So they are attending to, again, we don't know if it's team manager. It was early in the game. There was a big collision. They've been tending to her since then. They're going to get her, it looks like, out of here in an ambulance. So, again, best wishes for her. Hopefully everything as all right as it can be. So we're going to step aside again. The game is kind of in a little mini delay here while they attend to her. So we'll step aside again. Real quick here with Newcastle leading Southeast 35-0, 10-13 until halftime right now here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home, so you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month, or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
All right, back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So they've stretchered off the young lady who got hit earlier. So hopefully, obviously, best, thoughts with her. Scary situation. It was a big hit earlier in the game. And so, again, thoughts with her. Hopefully everything all right there. And we'll keep her in our thoughts here as we kind of move through the rest of this game. So after a little bit of delay there, Racers will kick it away, leading 35-0. Trent, as we get back to the game here, Racers, everything you could hope for. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, forcing 3 turnovers, blocked a punt in there. It's been good, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those games where, you got to start questioning, who you're going to play in the second half, those type of things. But
sure.
go ahead and get to halftime here and keep doing what you're doing and see where the chips fall. But, this is, hide your wives, hide your family kind of thing tonight.
Madrano will kick it away. He's had a touchback every time tonight. No different here as it lands about halfway deep into the end zone. And we'll get back to it with Southeast coming out on their own 20-yard line, 10-13 until halftime here in Oklahoma City. Stick with us through the halftime, by the way. We'll step aside briefly at the halftime, then we'll come back and we'll hit a few scores. Not a ton of games tonight, but we'll hit on the scores that there are to hit on. And we'll, of course, peek ahead to the second half and again, kind of touch base. If you weren't with us pregame, we'll probably touch base a little bit on what exactly is the situation for Newcastle going into tomorrow and why you need to probably be tuned into that McGinnis-MacArthur game tomorrow, how it impacts the Racers in the playoffs next week. So that's coming up on Halftime Report. Still some ways to go until then. 10 minutes and change here in this second quarter. Williams takes a shotgun snap. He'll do a little play action, drop it out underneath to Spiller. Spiller knocked out of bounds after a short gain of about 3. That's Kylan Spiller, first time we've said his name, junior wide receiver. That's one thing I will say, Trent, about this Southeast team. Obviously, they've had a good year, 6 wins. Really, really young team. You just kind of scan around the roster. How many 12s you see on there for seniors?
Not a lot of
many.
seniors.
Not many.
They had senior night tonight, and it was really, really short.
Yeah.
But,
good point.
I'm a little surprised they've kind of abandoned the run game. I know it's tough sledding out there, but they're definitely not running to run the ball up the middle here.
No.
We're showing a 6 up here, so we'll drop some guys back. It looks like a full blitz, but we'll probably drop some out.
Second down and
they
7.
They brought
Williams will throw again. Pressure coming, dropped it off, and it's knocked away. Good job by Preston Scagnetti reading that one all the way. Tried to jump it off to Cornell McDonald. Pressure coming there off the edge made him maybe get rid of it a tick faster than he wanted to, and Scagnetti, good job breaking it up.
Yeah, they tried to bait him into that one. Scagnetti was zone blitz. He came forward a couple steps, so the quarterback lost sight of him. He drops back into coverage. That's really well drawn up, well played, well executed. Just didn't quite get the pick.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 here coming for the Spartans. They have had a couple of first downs tonight, but not able to sustain anything. They haven't crossed midfield at any point.
Yeah, sooner or later here, the Racers are going to pick one off because he's kind of lobbing them up, going across the middle again.
Might have called your shot here. Third down. Williams going to bounce outside, trying to find somewhere to go. Oh, he got rocked by Scagnetti. Pass is caught, though, up at the 40-yard line.
Great job.
Boy, Williams got smoked by Preston Scagnetti. I'm glad he's up because that was a big hit.
Yeah, he's holding his chest a little bit, but, I mean, give that kid credit. He stood in there.
He's kind of taking a bit of a beating.
Took a big shot, made a nice pass. The guy came back to the ball. Number 4 did a great job coming back.
Yeah, McDonald comes in and makes the catch. That's been Southeast's most effective offense in this game, has been just Williams kind of extending a play and throwing something down there, hoping for the best.
And I'm just scanning the field here, Josh, for the people at home. We do have a lot of our second-team guys out on the field already, and not making excuses, just letting you know that they're out there now.
That's the 40-yard line. Drop it off. Here is McDonald again, who's been very featured in this first half. He'll bounce out to the right, able to make one guy miss and slide away. Almost had another collision there. He's able to get ahead for a couple of yards. Everyone face the field down there.
Face the field and back off a few yards. I would advise that.
I would suggest the same.
I think that's what the big man there, the sideline, the get-back guy, he's telling them.
Got about 4 yards on that. Sets up a 2nd down and 6. Mentioned Southeast has not crossed the 50 yet tonight. They have a chance to do so here. Just under 8 minutes to play here in this first half. And all Racers so far, 35-0 lead here on the road. 3 wide set for the Spartans. Williams will take the snap, roll out to his left, try to cut up field. Not much there at all. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. Like Fletcher in on the tackle, along with number 63, Darian Wade, sophomore D-tackle, making that tackle there.
Yeah, great last name. You got to make plays with that name out there.
There you go. It's a popular name on this broadcast.
I like the fact, Racers are shifting really late on their defensive line. I think it's causing a lot of trouble for the Spartans' offensive line. They're just having a tough time getting their reads, getting hat on hat, and we're getting in the backfield making plays.
So no gain there. Sets up a 3rd down and 6. 7 minutes to play until halftime.
Got a blitz coming off the edge, Scagnetti.
Williams fakes the handoff. He'll have to just throw it away. And pressure was coming there. As right in his face there was 28 Karsten Pupke, and he forced him just to try and get rid of it. Had McDonald with a little bit of room, but would have been a very short gain, if any.
Yeah, that's twice. Pupke's done a really good job off the edge of not going for that, opposite side handoff fake, and then he's staying in his zone, and he's making a play, and he really put a lot of pressure on the quarterback right there.
So 4th and 6 on their own 44, and Southeast's going to go ahead and go for it. Not much to lose at this point. So we'll take a chance here.
Scagnetti coming again.
Pressure coming off the edge. He doesn't see it. He gets hit as he throws, but it's caught inside the 45. Another big hit. Fletcher blew up Williams, but he's able to put it right on his man for the big gain. That was Carlton Evans, the junior wide receiver. He's had a pretty nice season for Southeast. We haven't heard from him much tonight yet, but that was a good throw by Williams, putting that right on him.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of heart back there. Just really, you're down 35-0. You're standing in the pocket. You're getting hit almost every time you're throwing the ball, and he's standing there making plays.
I'm with you. He's made some nice throws considering he's getting walloped on almost every play. And
we got 6
smoked
up again.
There. Sets up a 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Easily Southeast's best drive so far. Here's a pitch out to Hardy. Able to kind of just keep the legs moving for a few yards up to the 40. Sets up a 2nd down and about 7 at the midway point here of quarter number 2.
Yeah, again, not to overdo the point, but, you just really got to get up to these Southeast kids. They're fighting. They're playing hard, showing a lot of heart here. It's not an easy thing to do, but they're really, they're fighting.
Definitely their most sustained drive so far of the night right here. Racer defense try to buckle down and get a stop here. 2nd down and 7 at the 40-yard line. Fake the handoff, fires underneath. Here's McDonald again. Tries to get to the outside, able to make one guy miss. Cutback move. And then Scagnetti said enough of that. They do have a flag here at the end.
Ooh, maybe.
As McDonald's hit out of bounds.
Yeah, we're going to have a face mask on this one, Josh.
Yeah, that would make sense with when it was thrown. I didn't actually notice it in live, but
yeah, and he was spinning around. Sometimes when the guy's spinning around like that, it's hard not to get up in the face mask.
Yeah.
But they got some kids that get the ball in their hands. They can make some plays.
They've really gotten the ball to Cornell McDonald a lot in this first half. He's kind of been the bit of the go-to guy. They're going to give him a breather here after that play. Like you said, face mask on Newcastle and Southeast. A little something working here. They're out to after the penalty, the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 13, McGlukrich has gone kind of quiet after his fumbles, but you kind of wonder are they just kind of decoying him, and then I'm going to try to pop him one here in a minute.
He's on the far side. Hentorio Boykins lined up across from him. 1st and 10 at the 25. Man in motion, Julian Woods. They'll fake the handoff, going to fire down underneath and skipped it in there.
Yeah,
he had Evans if he could have put it on him, but kind of short on the throw.
Linebacker there, Colton Bradley, made a good read. He was about a foot away from either picking that off or at least knocking it down.
Yeah.
It seems like they do go to the short side of the field quite a bit.
5:20 here to go in the first half. 2nd and 10 for Southeast at the Racer 25-yard line, trying to get on the board here and at least take a little bit of something into the locker room at halftime if they could find a way to get on the board. Second down and 10.
They brought Hardy back in the game here, so he might be getting it here.
Got two backs, Solis and Hardy on the left and right of Williams. McDonald, the man, goes in motion. Some misdirection here. It's a keeper for Williams. He's able to cut up, takes another big hit by Scagnetti, who's kind of doing that a lot in this first half. I think Williams has probably had enough of Preston Scagnetti.
Yeah,
good run there, though, up for about 6 yards.
He's going to be spending some time in the ice bath after this one.
So good run, though. Sets up a 3rd and 4, First time into the red zone tonight for the Spartans. Williams will check with his sideline. Southeast trying to find a little something here at the tail end of this first half. 3 wide set, 2 running backs with Williams. This time he will give it to the right side. This is Solis. He's inside the 15, cuts back inside the 10. 1st and goal, Southeast. So the Spartans have finally got something working, a little bit of a rhythm here offensively, and they're set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they got a little going with the 2-back 20 personnel. Looks like they're going away from that now, but, yeah, they've got them on their heels right now.
So they give them the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at that spot. Williams back in the shotgun. Looks like the running back is Santos Flores, who's one of the few seniors on this Spartans team. And they'll give it to him. Here he goes to his right, trying to get down to the sideline. Big hit again. A couple of racers in on that, including Quinn Housley, number 85.
Yeah, great job by the racers, just stretching it out to the sideline. I mean, Spartans just keep going to the short side, and it gives us an extra defender over here. So it's a little curious. You kind of wonder if they'll go after 13 in a minute. Standing up there by himself at the top of the field.
Yeah, got a couple of yards on that. Sets up a 2nd and goal at the 7. Racer defense trying to buckle down here up against their own goal line. Solis, the running back, next to Williams. 2nd and goal at the 7. They'll give it to him. Goes right up the middle. Guess who again? Preston Scagnetti blows that one up. He's been everywhere in this first half. And now it's going to be 3rd and goal back at the 7. You got to figure probably a pass play coming here.
Yeah, I mean, I screwed up my math earlier, Josh, but this is more men in the box than they got to block us, and that's, automatic. You got to go out. You got to go out to your one-on-one matchups, whether you can win them or not. You at least got to try.
So no gain on that one. Sets up 3rd and goal back at the 7. It's still Boykins lined up with McGlugrich at the top. But like you said, it's been pretty quiet in the second quarter for doing some nice things in the first. Did have those 2 fumbles, though. 3rd and goal here at the 7. Williams will throw, fires over the middle, pass, diving forward. Did he catch it? He did. Carlton Evans lays out, able to pull it in. A nice dart of a throw by the quarterback Williams, and the Spartans are on the board. 7-yard touchdown pass to Carlton Evans. That was a good drive by Southeast.
Yeah, they did a great job mixing the run and the pass. Got a little bit of going there. They obviously had a matchup they liked out on the edge over here on this side. And they had several good runs, and then pay dirt there with the nice throw and catch. Really nice catch.
So 7-yard touchdown gets the Spartans on the board. That was a long drive. That drive started with over 10 minutes on the first half clock. We're at 2:38 right now. That was a very long drive. Left-footed kicker for the Spartans will boot it through. Number 24, Diego Romero and Southeast, on the board for the first time tonight. So 35-7, Newcastle still a healthy lead, 2:38 to go until halftime. We'll step aside, Racer offense back on the field next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. First time tonight that Southeast a little bit of something. A very nice drive there, about 8 minutes or so. They go down the field, 7-yard touchdown toss from the quarterback for the Spartans, Luciano Williams, finding Carlton Evans on that 7-yard kind of slant route pass. It was a good diving catch, and Spartans are on the board. Romero will do a short kick here, fielded inside the 25-yard line by Schumar. For the Racers, he cuts back. He's got some room. Schumar down the left side, and he's tripped up right as he across midfield. Kendre Post might have saved a touchdown. A couple of Spartans might have had an angle on him before he could get to the goal line. At the very least, he saved about another 30 yards or so.
I would think Schumar is going to take that all the way. He's really fast, and I mean he saw the light ahead of him, and it closed real fast.
So a nice return, and Newcastle right back on southeast side of the 50 at the 48-yard line with 2:32 to go until halftime.
Definitely plenty of time the way this offense has moved tonight. If you want to go punch it in, kind of go back into half on the high note after giving up that touchdown drive.
All your timeouts, too. So clock not really a factor at all here for the Racers. Tell you what, with the length of that drive and then that delay we had before, it's been a while since we've seen this Newcastle offense on the field. See what they can do here. Starting at the 48-yard line of Southeast, Ben Rogers, the running back, next to Cresswell on his right. They'll fake it to him. Cresswell's going to let it fly. Ooh, had the double move.
Hold. Yeah,
and he's wrapped up and sacked in the backfield
defensive
for
holding.
A loss.
Yeah, major defensive
on Schumar.
Yeah, he dragged him. He did a double move out there. He had him beat.
Well, I was looking at the quarterback, but I was watching on my peripheral. You could tell he was about to be open.
Yeah, Schumar makes a nice double move. He looks like he had him, and the defender did just what, the only thing you can do. They're going to have to get that kid a GPS because he was totally lost on that one.
I guess you'd rather do that than give up the touchdown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he made the right move. I assume that was what they're calling. That's what I saw, but
I'm still waiting for something official from the crew here in
there he goes.
Oklahoma City, and there you go. You called it all the way. Good job. So defensive hold will obviously wipe out the sack and give the Racers another first down here.
Yeah, if you're watching at home and you're watching the quarterback, anytime they give that little shoulder shrug, it's going to be a double move. He's trying to get him to bite.
You could tell that's where he was looking the whole way. So the penalty moves Newcastle up to the 38-yard line, right at 2 minutes to play until halftime. Again, all their timeouts, clock really not a factor at all right now for the Racers here, trying to get some more points before halftime. Cresswell takes the shotgun snap. He'll drop backfire underneath, just wide of the mark here. Intended target was Corbin Brewer. Cresswell kind of mad at himself there.
Yeah, just a simple two-man route concept. I mean, you got one guy, Schumar, going deep. Got a couple defenders go with him. That's an easy, 5-yard pitch and catch out route, but he just missed him.
So incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10 at the 38. A reminder, stick with us at halftime here. Stream won't go anywhere. We'll leave it up, and then Trent and I will rejoin you after a short break, give you some scores, get you ready for the second half here from OKC. Have a whistle and a flag down. Going to be a false start, it looks like, on Newcastle.
Honestly, it probably helped them that they called that one dead. They had a guy coming right up the gap in the middle, right up the over the center, and he was just untouched.
So that'll back him up 5 yards to the 43-yard line.
Again, you start to see, you're up this much. You got some sloppiness coming in. This is where the coaches get some pointers, to be able to go in and talk to them. Coaches don't mind this because they got a little bit to chew on you about.
So 2nd and 15 now. Cresswell will give it to Bradford to the right side. There he is for Damon Davis. So I was just thinking, It doesn't count as a jinx because I didn't say
That's
it.
right. You
but I
thought
was
it.
just
You thought
thinking we have not really heard much from Naaman Davis, who the defensive end for Southeast, if you weren't with us earlier, having a huge year. He's leading the team in tackles, has 14.5 sacks, by far their leading sack man, not even close. And he blew that play up. And now Newcastle's got a third and very long, and the Spartans took a timeout here. It's going to be their second.
Yeah, Big Zero is just one of those game changers. You know, we've been running away from him a lot, running to our left side. We've tested him a couple times over there and hit a couple decent plays, but, man, he just blew that one completely up.
He's just a junior, too. He's got another year of high school football ahead of him. The clock, by the way, is ran through this entire stoppage. It's going to have to get reset. There was a timeout taken by Southeast at the end of that play.
And, Josh, you follow high school recruiting really well. Is Damon Davis getting some looks?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, just a junior, so, can be a little early sometimes unless you're a really big-time player.
14
he
sacks,
should be.
though.
I'll put it that way. He should be.
14 sacks probably deserves a call.
Having a huge year. No doubt about it. Let's look it up. But, no, he's having a big-time year. Those type of numbers definitely pop out at you.
He's not quite as big as I thought he was, but that's after me talking to Coach Brickman. I thought he was going to be about 7'8", 380 pounds, and, breathe fire.
So he has gotten some interest from Tulsa.
There you go.
Tulsa offer. That's what Tulsa should do, man. Tulsa should just scan the state,
100%.
Find guys like Damon Davis, get them. So third down and long here after the
great blitz pickup.
Blown up run. Cresswell fires over the middle. It's caught at the 30. That was a dart of a throw. Shumar making guys miss into the red zone. Comeback move. Touchdown Newcastle. Wow. That's yak right there, Trent. What a play by Alex Shumar, making it all happen after the laser beam throw from Cresswell.
Well, like you said, yak, I mean, when you put a ball on the guy's chest like that, he's running full speed, doesn't have to slow down. Hey, great vision, great job by Shumar. I mean, great blitz pickup to start by the line. They brought a guy right into, looked like maybe in the B gap. If I'm watching the replay here, picked it up nicely. Just throws a dart right on the money to Shumar.
That was a great catch, and then he just ran through people after that, just running around. Made everyone look like they weren't moving.
I think he wanted to get in the end zone after that kickoff return. He almost took back.
Second of the night for Shumard. Both came on great Cresswell passes. Extra point is punched through, and just like that, Racers get it back, and their lead back to 35 at 42-7, 1:09 to play until halftime. Wow. We'll stick here.
That's just, a death blow to the other team. You give up a 10-minute
drive.
I mean,
it felt. I mean, you're still in a big hole for your Southeast, but you got to score, and you got third and long, and it felt like they took a timeout, like they were trying to get the ball back, get some more points. You get the ball start second half if you're Southeast, like you're thinking maybe you have a little something, but
a little breath, and then that's what good teams do. We took it away.
Yeah, that was a punch to the gut right there. Great throw by Cresswell, and just a Shumar with a fantastic play. Great catch, and then
how far was that play, Josh?
I had it at 40, I think.
Yeah.
40-yard line.
We've had several, 40-plus yard touchdowns tonight. So.
Yeah, Shumard, Rogers obviously it wasn't a touchdown, but Loman had a 64-yard.
That's true.
Catch where he got knocked down at the 1. So yeah, the chunk plays, the explosives have definitely been there tonight for Newcastle, no doubt. 42-point first half.
I mean, they played a really clean game. No turnovers thus far that I don't recall any. I hope I said that. I thought about it. I don't think we've had any turnovers. Clean game. I mean, we scored on every possession. Doing everything you want. Had that one drive on defense, but, again, we had a lot of twos in there, and they're learning. That's how you get in there and learn the game. Mm-hmm. We'll see how they continue to keep their head about them and play the second half and keep focused.
So Madrano will do the honors on a kick here with
Josh,
the Racers out to a big lead.
Do you want to bet this ball goes in the end zone, or do you want to?
I mean,
it's good
he's
odds.
5 for 5. 6 for 6. Wait.
Oh, my goodness.
You
I've
jinxed it
it
at the 1.
Absolutely
at the 1.
It. Look at that.
This is McDonald coming down the sideline here, and he'll get knocked out about the 35.
I did the Cardinal sin of commentating.
I was thinking that as it was happening because I wonder. Off his foot, I thought that was going to get there.
Oh, yeah, he booted it. I think there must be some wind gusts.
Not quite the launch angle to bring a baseball tournament there. It was a little too high. Yeah, a little too high. So Southeast will take over about the 35.
Trajectory of the ball was much too high. That's a good old line. Yeah, that was my fault. I'll own that one. Anybody who's listening, I own that one. I was like, hey, this guy hasn't missed a kick in 30 tries. And then, we hadn't missed a free throw. Shea hadn't missed a free throw in 86.
Yeah,
and there
right.
it is.
Right.
My bad.
Usually how that goes. So Southeast takes over. They have the board reads 2 timeouts. I thought it was just 1, but either way, not a ton of time. We'll see how aggressive they want to be here. When you're in a big hole, you kind of have no choice but to be aggressive, you would think. They do get the ball to start the second half. Williams will throw. He'll drop it off underneath to Evans, who caught the touchdown earlier. This play's going nowhere.
Nowhere to go.
Racers all over that one. Longman in there along with Colton Bradley, number 10, to blow that play up.
Yeah, playing a shell defense, just let them catch it in front of you, make good tackles, make the time run, get into the halftime. Don't let anything over the top.
Clock runs down under 50 seconds now here in this first half. Williams takes the snap. He's going to fire down the side looking for Evans. Oh, he had Evans. It looked like a pass breakup of his own man there with McDonald.
Yeah, they had 2 guys in the same area. That's a big no-no. Somebody ran the wrong route. Looked like 4. He's tapping his chest, so I think he was in the wrong zone there.
Yeah. Don't typically want 2 receivers that close together because that can happen.
I've been impressed with the quarterback, Josh. He's making some good throws.
More than anything, he stood in there.
Absolutely.
Despite getting clobbered a lot in this first half. He's made some nice throws. I'm with you. Southeast is not. That's 6 wins. Okay, I know that they haven't. Not against like the greatest slate of teams, but 6 wins are 6 wins. Going to go deep here. Overshot his man. Longman's got a shot. He picks it.
He might.
Yeah,
take
he
this
did pick
back.
it off.
He might take this back.
Thought he dropped it for a moment. It's an interception for Caden Longman, and he's got return skills, and he's taken all the way out near the 40-yard line. He just ran underneath that Willie Mays-style basket catch. And now Newcastle still with a couple timeouts in 22 seconds. They may go for this again.
Oh.
I kind of got pump faked on that. For a second, I thought he dropped it. I
Yeah.
kind of got blocked out. But great catch by Caden Longman.
Like you said, Willie Mays-style right over the shoulders, just kind of played that overthrow. And then we got a little bit of a crackback, came back. Now we got a kid down on the field.
Yeah,
he got a good
injured
block.
Southeast player down way back where the ball was intercepted at about the 20-yard line. So they're attending to him. 22 seconds to play here in the first half, and they're able to help him off. It's McDonald, who obviously has been very featured in this first half offensively for the Spartans.
Yeah, when Longman gets the ball in his hand, he kind of glides like we were talking about Bradford earlier. He just real smooth. I watch those guys, and I'm like, I go back home. I think I could run. I tried last week. I pulled a hammy. I can't do it anymore. But they are so smooth with the ball in their hands.
So they flagged the block. I didn't realize that. It's a flag back on that block, I assume.
Yeah, he kind like I said, he kind of cracked back on him.
So you still get the interception, obviously, but instead of it being way out at the 40, it's back. Where are they putting this thing? At the 13. 22 seconds. Racers
you got to think
have
take a kneel here.
2 timeouts, but yeah, probably take this into the locker room. Been a borderline perfect first half for the Racers. Not a lot to complain about. They will run the ball here with Bradford at the middle. TJ Bradford carrying a guy with him across the 35.
Make it interesting.
He's always got a shot to house it no matter where you are. And 13 seconds left. We do have whistles here and a timeout taken by Newcastle.
I guess they'll try to get aggressive here now that you get a big run out of your own end zone.
So Newcastle will take one. And be at the 35-yard line. Still going to have 13 seconds to play with here. And
the crazy thing about, like you said, with Bradford, you can run the same play, and you've got a chance to take it all the way to the house because the kid's amazing. And anytime he's got the ball in his hand, he got a chance to go all the way.
So I think what happened here, I believe that the timeout that was taken before that third down play must have been by Newcastle. I assumed it was by Southeast, but the board reads it the opposite. So Newcastle has 1 timeout left, it would seem.
Yeah, they might have missed that one because I felt like it was Southeast calling timeout.
So
it looked like their coaches were calling for it. Like you said, they were trying.
We'll keep an eye on it. The board reads it 1. We'll adjust our score bug accordingly. So
now they're going to open it up a little bit.
13 seconds on their own 35. They'll go with Bradford again up the middle. He'll cut back to his left. Gets down the sideline across midfield. Bradford at the 45 and out of bounds with 5 seconds. Madrano's got a big leg. Does he have a 60-yarder in him?
Probably not quite that long, but I'm not going to say anything, Josh.
Leg.
I jinxed him last time, so I'm not going to say anything. But, I always want to give these receivers out here, 17, Graham White, sophomore. He's out there blocking on the edge. And
man,
great
receivers
block
can
downfield. That's a big part of a good running game. You got to be able to block downfield. Receivers
Receiver
never
blocking,
get enough credit.
very underrated element of a good offense. So we'll see what they do here at the 43 with 5 seconds. Cresswell will roll out to his right.
Get some yards.
He's
Oh,
going to
nice
drop it back
call.
the other way to Bradford. This will be the final play of the half. Bradford with some blocking. Stiff arms one guy, and he's tripped up inside the 30. So that drive ended up padding TJ stats a bit. He got a lot of yards there, but they'll settle for a 35-point lead here at the half. Well, a quick thought from you, Trent. I mean, you can't really ask for much more in the first half. The only drive they didn't score was right there when the clock ran out. The defense had dominated outside of one drive. Got a bunch of turnovers. Pretty dominant stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, they're going to have to change TJ's oil in there. He's got so many miles, over the recommended mileage on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been running up and down the field. It's just kind of do what you want tonight. Great execution, great play calls. Defensively, they're everywhere they need to be. Just had that one drive we gave up, but give Southeast credit on that one. Tip your hat to them. And, again, this is going to be a game about focus. Make sure you come out and stay focused, finish the game the right way.
No doubt about it. All Newcastle at the end of 2 quarters. We'll step aside with the Racers leading Southeast 42-7. We'll be back in about 15-ish minutes or so. Trent and I will hit some scores around the state. We'll probably put the standings back up to kind of reiterate that a little bit if you missed it pregame, and we'll get you all ready for the second half here from Oklahoma City. At the end of 2 quarters, Newcastle leading Southeast 42-7. You're watching high school football right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
All right, back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Carson Wade on the production. Uriah Martinez working the camera. Getting ready for the second half of this one. Newcastle, a big lead over Southeast, 42-7. We're just a couple of moments away from getting the second half started. We'll hit some scores here for you. Not a big slate tonight, obviously. Most games are tomorrow. There are a couple of scores we can hit. In 5A, just one other game tonight. Tahlequah and Nathan Hale. Tahlequah leads Nathan Hale right now 35-14 in that one. Do have a couple of 6A2 games going on right now. Choctaw is smoking Northwest Classen big time, 65-0. Choctaw winning that game right now. On the Oklahoma Sports Network, though, we have a good one going. U.S. Grant and Lawton Ike, 14-12 in favor of U.S. Grant at last check. So that's a competitive game right now on OSN. You want to get a second screen up, you can certainly do that. Do have a couple of 6A1 games we'll hit real quick, too. Good one, Union and Edmond Memorial, 6-3 lead for Edmond Memorial. In the third quarter of that one, very low scoring. And Jinx, big lead over Edmond North, 55-8 in that one. All right, Trent, we're about to start the second half. I mean, I don't really have anything to ask you in terms of like a key to the second half. You had a great first half, kind of just keep it up, right? I mean, so far so good.
Yeah, that's the key, and just control the ball. Don't turn over, don't play sloppy. Keep your head about you. This is when coaches really look to see who's got their mind in the game, who's focused, and you're going to get a lot of second teamers, even third teamers in. This is your time to go out there and shine, right? I mean, there's a lot of parents up here watching eagerly to watch this second half because their kids are getting out there for the first time maybe in the season.
No doubt.
So it's a lot of fun to watch those kids as well.
Second half kickoff presented by First United Bank. The final half of football of the regular season. Winding it down here tonight. And again, we'll do some math after the game tonight. It looks like you can pretty much count on Newcastle getting a plus 15, but still 2 quarters to go. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Southeast will start this second half on offense. Racers 42-7 lead. They had 6 drives, 6 touchdowns. The only drive they didn't score was the one right at the end of the half that just kind of ran out of time.
Yeah. This is one of those games you're curious if their scoreboard goes to 3 digits, for a little while.
Yeah. For a minute, it looked like we were there. That the on pace was there, but slowed down a little bit. Still a big lead though, 42-7. Brian Madrano will kick it away. And the kick from Madrano. So there you go, back into the end zone there after he went on a slump, his one-kick slump. The third quarter presented by OEC, the Oklahoma Electric Cooperative, taking high-speed fiber where no one else will. No contracts, no fees, just a good connection. Bringing you the power of high-speed fiber services to your door. Check them out, oecfiber.com. So here comes this Southeast offense, which, had that nice drive before halftime where they went down and scored. Then Williams threw the interception, but they seem to have a little more rhythm that last couple of possessions or so in the first half. See if they can build on it here. Starting on their own 20-yard line. The running back with Williams is Josiah Hardy. Hardy will split out. He'll drop it off to him in the flat and just kind of short-hopped it in there, incomplete. And I will report that the clock is running here to start this second half. We speculated, we wondered, if they would roll the clock in the second half, and it looks like that's what we're getting here in the second half, unless it's just a miscue right now, but I don't think it is.
One unnamed person up here was actually rooting for that to happen, but we won't say who. But, yeah, they motioned out to the empty backfield there. You just kind of got to make that throw. That was a pretty easy throw, but short-armed it.
Second down and 10. 4 wide set for Williams. Hardy, the running back next to him. Williams will throw here. He's going to let it fly.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Big hit. Oh, and they're going to call the pass interference here as Harmon Warmmuth, that was kind of a victim of his own good defense. Like, he just got too good of a jump, got there just a tick before the ball did, and they're going to hit him with a PI here.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for the ball. He
just got there too early.
Yeah, he got such a great break on the ball, but then he went for the body. I'd say that was one thing that I would clean up the last few games I've watched for Newcastle. Just the DBs not playing the ball really well. They're always in great position, but just got to play that ball while it's in the air. Either get around and knock that one down, or, man, you could have housed that one for 6.
So the penalty brings him out to the 35-yard line, 15-yard penalty. And a fresh set of downs for the Spartans. On the ground to Hardy up the middle here. Has some room to work with, breaking through some arm tackles and able to get out near the first down marker. Give him about 8 yards there. Nice hard run by Josiah Hardy. He's had a nice season. 6 touchdowns on the year for the Spartans running back. Been pretty quiet tonight, though.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pop, though. You can see when he gets the ball. If he gets a crease, I mean, he's a little bit like Bradford or Rogers in the fact that he's going to, he can be 7 or 8 yards before you blink.
Another young guy, too, just a sophomore is Hardy. I mean, all these guys we talk about for Southeast that have had good seasons, they're all going to be back next year.
Yeah.
So there's reason to be optimistic. This is a big improvement from last year for Southeast. 6 wins this year. Go in the right direction. Pass out here in the flat. Incomplete. Look like miscommunication there between Williams and his man Kendre Post.
Yeah, looked like Post turned upfield. He looked like he thought it was an out and up, and the quarterback threw the out.
Mentioned that in the pregame. Southeast coached by Michael Billingsley. It's just his second year here, and obviously a clear jump from year 1 to year 2. And
great job.
You got to build it, man. It's not easy to do. Just kind of to rebuild a football program. It takes some time, and definitely go in the right direction.
Got to give him a lot of credit. I know
I would.
He's known as a high-character guy and really turned the program around. Like you said, a lot of young guys. I mean, a lot of bright future ahead.
Bad snap in, and he doesn't eat it. So after the first good run on first down, they have the incomplete pass, and then that snap, Williams never had a shot. It kind of rolled into him. And now you got 4th and kind of long here, 4th and 6.
I know it hasn't been a competitive game, but you kind of got to wonder if Southeast hadn't shot themselves on the foot so many times, like what would the game actually look like tonight?
Sure. Now, early in the game, I mean, the very first fumble came on, what was that, about a 20-yard gain or so? I mean, that kind of – it was off and running from there. You know, Southeast's offense certainly has kind of had some good things happen, but too many miscues. 4th and 6 here. A low snap. Williams able to scoop it. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to try and take off and run, but Jaden Fletcher said no. Ball got popped in the air. It's on the turf. They're going to say he was throwing the football. It looks like it's only going to be a difference of yardage because that was 4th down. I thought that ball just came out, honestly.
It did look like it, yeah. I mean, Farm might have been coming forward, but it's kind of a moot point because they're getting the ball right there.
Take a look at it on the Air Clear State Farm Instant Replay. Fletcher had him, and then who was it that came in and just walloped him trying to scoop that out? I think that was, I want to say it was 25. Kieran Horton, I think, was the one who had the big hit that.
Well, there's a whole host of
racers. Might have forced the fumble, but.
There's so many there. It looked like somebody yelled out, "Mom made pizza rolls," because they were all back there.
So a nice defensive stand for this Racer defense. Start second half, they'll take over on the 31-yard line. Pupke. Carson Wade, producer, says it was Karsten Pupke. Make sure we don't shortchange anyone. Here's Ben Rogers, left side. Look at him running. He gets all the way down near the 10. Boy, Ben Rogers only had a handful of carries tonight, but they've all been explosive, it seems like.
Yeah, he's just dynamite. And, you know, he's so fast, you forget how big he is. You know, he runs the ball. Yeah. He's got his pads behind him. Really, I mean, he just carries the ball so well. And I would not want to be a smaller defensive back trying to get in front of him when the steam's rolling.
Once again, into the Trinity Restoration red zone here are the Racers at the 12.5, maybe 13-yard line. Rogers right up the middle again, running through arm tackles, and he's in. Touchdown, Newcastle. Big Ben Rogers for the second time tonight.
Yeah, great job. We got a guard tackle pull. Ledoux coming across. Looked like maybe Blake Allen. I can't see who the other guy that came across, but it was a guard tackle pull and just blew open a huge hole for him and right up the gut for the touchdown.
Second for Rogers. Joins 3 from Bradford, so Newcastle's elite running back duo with 5 touchdowns tonight. That'll work. Do have a different kicker in here for Medrano. Trying to make sure we get the number. Lefty poots it through. It's 38. That's Christopher Perez, who we've seen some in the past as well. So the extra point good, and Racers keep on pouring it on. 49-7, Newcastle leads Southeast. 6:45 and counting to go as the clock's going to keep running here through the break. We'll step aside. Racers in control on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone being tuned in for a little Thursday night football. Newcastle in complete control here, 49-7. And they'll be on their way to the playoffs next week. Where and at what seed is still to be determined. And like we said, we'll do some math, and we'll kind of lay it all out for you in the postgame show. But the most simple path for Newcastle to be the 2 seed would be Bishop McGuinness winning tomorrow. If that were to happen, Newcastle's your 2 seed next week. Cut and dry, nothing to it. But if MacArthur wins, that's when you're going to start to do some math, like we said. But we'll get into that a little bit in the postgame show. But Newcastle's doing everything they can tonight, Trent. All they could have done tonight was go win this game and preferably win it by more than 15, and they're obviously more than doing that.
Yes, sir. That's what you want. And, I tell the fans at home to stick with us because it's going to be a quick second half. The clock's running all through the breaks and nonstop, so we'll get a few more possessions here. But hang with us and see how this thing goes to the end. And, you got to give it to Newcastle, though. They're doing a great job and taking care of business tonight.
No doubt. And from the very beginning, too. We talked about that kind of in the pregame show. This was a huge game for Southeast. Playing for their lives here tonight. And they knew they were big underdogs. I'm sure they're not naive to that. But from the very start, that Rogers 42-yard touchdown run, and that was it. Off and running from there. Newcastle never really played with their food tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they came out focused. That's what you want from a coaching staff. I mentioned to you off air, Josh, that I had breakfast with Coach Brickman, and he was super relaxed, just really calm. You knew he had a great confidence about the game tonight, and the guys came out and took care of business.
So Southeast back on offense here on their own 20-yard line. This will be wrapping up their season, by the way. They needed to win tonight to reach the postseason, so that's obviously not going to happen, it wouldn't seem. And so their season will come to an end at 6-4, but a very nice second year for Coach Michael Billingsley. Pressure coming here for Williams. He'll bounce outside, being chased by a couple of racers. He will just get rid of it. Good job by Darian Wade. Again, we've called his name a couple times tonight. He blew up that play.
And Turner Knapp, big boy there, coming up right up the middle, junior. He come right through the A gap and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, made him exit the pocket. Nice play.
Well, this was kind of a crazy season for Southeast, too, because they started the year 5-0. Kind of amazing. And we were talking about it, on our broadcast, Billy and I, kind of throughout the season of look at Southeast piling up wins. And they got a big win over Midwest City. That was a big kind of signature win for them on the road. But we talked about it earlier, their schedule backloaded. All the tough games in district. The 4 playoff teams in district have all been in the second half of the year. And that's where it's kind of caught up to them a little bit. Pass caught out here in the flat for a gain of about 5 or 6. They're kind of just right perfectly in that middle. Not quite ready for this level just yet, that high-end playoff teams. But they took care of business against everyone else.
Exactly.
Their only losses are going to be to playoff teams this year.
Yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed about. You're growing your program. You're building it up from the ground up. And to be able to beat the teams that you should beat on your schedule and get up to that next level maybe in the next year or two.
Your 4 losses are, going to be Newcastle here tonight, Lawton, Mack, McGuinness, and then Duncan. Those are the 4 playoff teams.
Nothing to be ashamed about at all.
No.
I'm having a kick watching this big 78. He's just bull rushing every play. It's pretty fun to watch.
This is third down and short. Williams will roll out. He's going to fire out over the middle of the field and knocked away. Great read and play all around there by Damari Morgan. Not a name we've said a lot this year. Just a sophomore, young player. He just read that perfectly and broke that up. Almost that interception.
Yeah, he's played well. He came in before the half, played a few series there at the end of the first half, and I've been watching him. He did a good job. He's making good reads, being in the right position, and like you said, he about came up with that one.
So it'll be fourth down and short. Looks like Southeast will actually go ahead and punt this. Wasn't sure if they would or not. Looks like they will. Only other punt tonight got blocked. Every other drive has either been a turnover or they scored or they got stopped on fourth down. So they've only punted one at a time.
Oh, no. Oh, you thought he had another
Almost got blocked. He got rid of it. And it'll bounce. Did he get touched? It must have because Longman went diving after it.
I think the blocker maybe got him in the back foot, but yeah, I didn't think we'd come after that punt, but I think there was so much lack of blocking they got close anyways.
So Longman able to save it there, and Newcastle takes over on their own 35-yard line, already under a minute 30 to go in this third quarter. We're zooming. We did this once last year when we were out, just not that far from here. We did the Classic games. These second halves, when you get that clock rolling, it can fly. So that's what we're doing.
This is like our Little League games. We've getting about 2 possessions a game, it seems like, in our Little League games.
It's especially in hoops whenever you get to that, because an 8-minute quarter basketball game, if they start to rewind it, 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
20 minutes and you're done.
There's the old weapon again, Josh.
Now, jumped off sides, hard count. We have a new quarterback in the game for the Racers. Blake Cresswell's night is done. This is Deacon Lyles, freshman quarterback, who we've seen a couple of times this year. Maybe the future at the position. We'll see.
Yeah, he's got a big arm. Big, massive arm.
So Cresswell is a senior, so we'll be looking for a new starting signal caller next year.
They'll give Deacon a couple chances to throw, I think, here in this fourth quarter, just to show off the arm.
Sure.
I've seen him grow up from a little kid. He's got a major arm.
Run to the left side. This is Ben Rogers. Figure Bradford's night probably done.
Oh, he didn't go down.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
They called him down, but I don't think he was ever on the ground.
That was another big run from Rogers. He is just so explosive, and he just runs so hard. I feel like I say the same things every week, but it's just every time it's just
he's like
it catches your eye.
He's like a powder keg. He's just ready to go off at any second, man. He's got a lot of explosiveness.
So a big run from Rogers there. First down out to the 49-yard line. They do have to snap it one more time.
Be the last play of the third quarter.
Last play of the third
Unbelievable.
Quarter. Lyles throws out here. Pass is caught in the flat. Getting upfield. Breaking a couple tackles and slung down inside the 40 for a first down is Corbin Brewer. And that will end the third quarter. Obviously, Newcastle well on their way here. Big lead over Southeast, 49-7. We'll step aside, come back for the fourth quarter as Newcastle pushes the finishing touches on a 7-win regular season after this break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Calloway, Trent Wade on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back for the fourth quarter here of a laugher for Newcastle. They got a big lead over Southeast, 49-7. This final game of the regular season. On to the playoffs next week. That'll be Friday night. We hope at Racer Stadium, but we don't know for sure. And we'll get into that post-game, kind of lay out the scenarios for you. Ben Rogers right up the middle. There he goes. Big Ben Rogers, another 40-yard play for Newcastle, and it's another touchdown. That's the third tonight for Ben.
Good grief.
The run game has been kind of insane tonight. That's their 6th rushing touchdown just tonight. 3 from Rogers, 3 from Bradford. Going to win a lot of games with 6 rushing touchdowns, Trent.
Yeah, it's just the same story all night. They're getting hat on hat, pushing their guys backwards. He's finding the crease, and once he gets that small crease, he is just gone. It's just out the gate.
That's Newcastle's 3rd touchdown of more than 40 yards tonight. They also have had a couple other plays of other 40 yards. Been a very explosive night offensively And a big night for the Racers. Perez will boot it through. Makes it 56-7. We'll just keep rolling here on the broadcast.
It's one of those stat padding nights. You get out there and you get to get your stats up there. And, I mean, you always got to give credit to your big guys up front, the Hogs. They're getting the job done. And, no matter how good you are running the ball, you can't run if you don't have those guys in front of you clearing out those holes.
Make sure we thank our fourth quarter sponsor. It's going to zip by quick, but make sure we give him his shine while we can. Chris Dumm, All-State agent. Chris knows what life is like here in Newcastle, that you choose your car and your home to fit your lifestyle and your budget. He also knows how important it is to do the same when it comes to insurance. He looks forward to getting to know you, helping you find the solutions that meet your needs. Call today, 405-392-2390. Chris Dumm, All-State agent, who has been with us for a very long time. And so, shout out Chris. Great sponsor. I can't remember if he was with us the first year or not, but if he wasn't, it's been 4 or 5 years at least. So, been with us pretty much every step of the way. So, shout out.
Josh, we're talking about Southeast coming up, getting their program going. You also got to tip your hat to Coach Brickman and our program. I mean, I believe this is like 17-2, something like that, in 5A since we moved to 5A. I mean, it's
unreal, man.
It's incredible.
Only one district loss in 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of people said they wouldn't be able to handle it, and they've been outstanding. They've been elite.
It's when Newcastle, a little biased, I guess, but one of the most consistent programs in Oklahoma. It's my 6th year doing this on OSN. They made the playoffs every year. Obviously, they've won playoff games. They were in the semifinals last year, first year in 5A. This is McGlugrich on the return here, who gets down the sideline. Pretty good return out near the 35. You mentioned earlier, McGlugrich got to a good start, but after that second fumble, it's like he just totally hasn't been involved.
Yeah, I don't know if the coach has kind of got a little angry with him.
He's still been out there. It just seems like they haven't gotten the football.
Went his way very much. Yeah, there's a little bit of chippiness going on now, some long blocks after the play.
If you're Southeast, your season's coming to an end. I'm sure there's a little frustration, but under 9 minutes now. But, you're right to go back to that point. It's a great job from Coach Brickman, who obviously is now the athletic director in Newcastle this year, and it's been awesome to be along for the ride these last 5-6 years. It's the reason he's the Coach of the Year nominee every year in OSN. He hasn't won it yet. He's going to break through at some point. He's a nominee every year. He's going to break through. We're going to make that happen. Pitch outside here for Southeast, back on offense. First carry of the night. Cutting back for a couple of yards for Ty Ball. Great name. Senior running back getting out there, getting the seniors in the game at the end here.
Yeah, just go back to Coach Brickman. I mean, he's also just such a high-character guy. I mean, he's really good for the community and the program, and he's one of those guys you just want, you want your son to play for.
Sure, no doubt.
And so you get the success with a high-character guy, that's the kind of stuff you love to see. So I'm happy for him, happy for the program. And again, this is one of those years where it's all out in front of them.
Definitely is. It'll be a little tougher this time than it was last year, where Newcastle won their district, had a couple of home games. You're not going to get that. You're going to get maybe one home game, but it won't be two. As pressure coming here, Williams will evade a couple of guys over the middle. And, oh boy, if McGlugrich could have hung on to that, he might have had some room to run. But, like you said, they're set up again, is Newcastle. They're going to have a shot, certainly potentially at a home game next week, and then, likely – If they get second, obviously you're shaping up to likely face the District 4 champ in the second round, which is probably going to be the winner of would be the winner of tomorrow's game on OSN, Del City and Pryor. That's a great game on OSN tomorrow.
Yeah, there's some great games tomorrow.
So you can get a look tomorrow, and we know McGinnis-MacArthur is the big one for Newcastle, but Del City Pryor, another big one, and that's very likely a Newcastle playoff opponent there.
Yeah,
one of the two.
I'll have the double screen going tomorrow night watching both of those games because it's going to impact where we go and how it works out.
Oh, yeah. Williams surrounded in the backfield, eventually slung to the ground. I think credit the sack there to Ashton Clausen, the sophomore defensive lineman, kind of putting the finishing touches there. But, yeah, some big games tomorrow. That's essentially a district championship game tomorrow, Del City and Pryor. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, my mind's going to be telling me it's Saturday because of this. But,
I know. We saw, obviously, Pryor come to Newcastle last year in that epic quarterfinal game, which was maybe the best game that Billy and I have ever done on OSN. It was an all-timer.
All-time game.
It actually won at the OSN Awards Banquet. It won Game of the Year
and
last
rightfully
year.
so.
It was an all-timer.
Oh, that's a unique
Was
play.
that designed?
Direct snap.
Ty Ball catches the snap, runs out to the right on fourth down, and he's tackled down. So Racers get the fourth down stop. They'll take back over.
That was either direct snap or that senior.
I don't know.
Said,
that was weird.
Hey, I'm getting me a run in here before this thing's over.
And probably might be the last possession. We'll see. With the running clock, Newcastle can. There's still 6 minutes, so maybe not. Maybe they don't have enough field, but
yeah, the problem is they might bust one and score quickly again.
That's also true. 3 touchdowns from T.J. Bradford, 3 touchdowns from Ben Rogers, 2 touchdowns from Ashton Schumart. So 8 touchdowns for Newcastle tonight, but only from 3 guys.
That's wild.
And 3 pretty likely suspects. If you gave me 3 guesses, I
I
might have threw Longman in there, but you're
which he almost had one.
Yeah, you're right. He should have had one almost.
We're seeing a new running back here.
To left side and getting maybe about a yard there was number 35 for the Racers, Bo Birdsong, sophomore running back. Obviously his older brother, Maddox Birdsong, player that we've had on OSN in recent years.
Yes, sir. We got a lot of sophomores and even some freshmen in there. It's pretty cool to see.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. No red shirt in high school football. Go ahead, get him out there.
Play
him.
And you're building the culture. I mean, it's a winning culture. These kids are getting a taste of it. I mean, that's the kind of
lowered the shoulder there. Only got about a yard, but he laid the boom. Did a Birdsong. Be 3rd and long coming up.
And Garrett Pratt just drove his guys 25 yards down the field and pancaked them at the end.
3rd down and 9 here for the Racers' young quarterback, Deacon Lyles. Under 4.5 to go here in Oklahoma City. Check with the Racer sideline. Lyles will throw.
Middle.
Fires over the middle of the field. Nice clean throw. Pass caught
ball.
Inside the 25. That's Corbin Brewer. That was great from Deacon Lyles, just the freshman quarterback. Had a nice clean pocket to throw from, of course, but he stepped right into that and threw a seed.
A lot of poise, great balls. Dad Will's, friend of mine, he's going to be happy to see that one.
Yeah, that was good. Under 4 minutes to go now. Looks like they won't quite have enough field, I don't think. I think they're going to either score or give the ball back either way. For Newcastle, you want another one. Why not? Birdsong on the ground, going to the right. Bounces off a couple of Southeast defenders. Gets a couple of yards there on the outskirts of the red zone.
My namesake there, Darian Wade, he got him a pancake too. So I've got to call out these linemen and give them these pancakes. They don't get enough credit.
That's true. They've been excellent tonight. Like you said, these running lanes. This Newcastle offensive line has been really good all year.
Yeah.
They even, Billy and I, one week, I can't remember which week off the top of my head, but we gave the Integris Health Newcastle Player of the Game to the offensive line.
Yeah, you could
tempted to do it again tonight, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do that a lot. I mean, they're just a unit, and they gel really well together. I mean, they're well coached, obviously, and they just always seem to be getting the job done.
That was Karen Horton getting a carry there, going to the left side. Only got a couple. At least I thought it. Yeah, it was. Birdsong back in there now. Also have Max Heskew in the game, freshman, wearing his brother's number 4. Obviously Rex, who was so good for Newcastle for felt like forever.
Yeah, and he's going to get chewed out by his dad because he didn't have his gloves on.
Yeah, he's putting his gloves. I thought for a second that pass might be going to him. I was thinking, oh, no.
Yep. Josh Heskew, All-American.
You put him on blast there. You might have got away with it if you didn't say something.
No, I'm calling him out. I'm going to see him at church on Sunday. I'm going to tell him. Got to get those. You got to have your helmet strapped and be ready to go out there, especially in a game like this.
So it will be 4th down now for Newcastle. We'll see if they let Lyles throw again here. Try to throw for it. On the 22, got to get to about the 12, so it's about a full 4th and 10. Low snap. Lyles a good job to scoop it. Goes to his left.
Oh, good.
Avoids one guy, fires. It's
short.
Caught right at the sticks.
I think they gave it.
Birdsong who caught it. Did they get the first down?
Looks like he gave it to him. It was close.
It's a good play by Lyles to avoid the rush there. Looks like they did give it to him. Or did they? No, they didn't. They didn't. He's short by half a yard.
But like you said,
still
good
a good play, though.
Good play, and it's crazy how the game's changed. I mean, these kids in 9th grade, they've been throwing the ball for 3 or 4 years like that now. You know, a lot different than it was in the old school days.
So Southeast back out. They're under a minute and a half now. Obviously, just playing at the string here. Newcastle going to get a big-time decisive win in the regular season finale. Don't go anywhere in the postgame, by the way. We will give away the Integris Health Newcastle Player of the Game award, and we'll again, we'll kind of lay out the postseason scenarios a little bit. So if you haven't missed it, you're kind of trying to, someone explain it to me, we'll do our best in the post-game show coming up here in just a couple of moments. Final minute here from Oklahoma City. Drop it off, pass caught. Out here in the flat, getting down the left sideline was Tyquavius Williams, junior tight end. He's a big dude.
Yeah. He was rumbling and stumbling there a little bit.
It's like we need one more snap here to bring us home on the 2025 regular season.
Just give a call out to all the Racer fans to get out Saturday and watch all the Little League playoff teams. We got a big day Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
All day long
There you
at Gene Reed Field.
Shockingly good weather right now.
Absolutely.
So
Wear black.
Take advantage of it.
Wear black. Come support them and see if we can make a playoff run.
Probably the final play of the game. Williams is going to go ahead and let it fly. Why not? He looks like he overshot. Picked off.
Hey,
Max Heskew
Heskew
gets the interception. He's tripped up in midfield.
Attaboy.
And how about the freshman Max Heskew comes in the game and gets an interception.
Had the gloves ready to go.
Had
Max.
the gloves ready that time. And that'll do it. So Newcastle, a dominant win in every sense of it. 56-7. They controlled this game from the jump. And they get a dominant win to finish the regular season 7-3, 5-1 in district play. And they'll head to the playoffs starting next Friday night, hopefully in Newcastle, but we won't know until tomorrow. And we'll explain that a little bit further in the postgame show. So don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll give out the Integris Health Newcastle Player of the Game Award. And we will lay out the postseason scenarios for you as Newcastle heads to the playoffs once again starting next week. Postgame show next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. This whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
Back in Oklahoma City, Josh Callaway, Trent Wade, wrapping it all up here from the state capitol. Newcastle beats Southeast 56-7, totally dominant. Trent, I don't know what else really to add. I mean, it was from the very get-go, that first drive, they went and scored. They got the turnover, they scored again. They blocked the punt, they scored again, and then it just never got better. I mean, Southeast had that one little stretch where they had the nice drive, but other than that, this was a completely dominant showing by Newcastle tonight.
Yeah, good business trip. Brought the lunch pail, went to work, did what you needed to do. Again, they weren't too focused on what comes next. They just took care of business tonight. And it was just a really, like I said earlier, it was a clinic. I mean, they just put a clinic on in every fashion, and all three phases of the game were excellent. And so, good, clean game. Something for the coaches to be happy with, but enough on film to go back and, complain a little bit too. So you gotta love that.
Sure. Let's go ahead and give out our Integris Health Newcastle Player of the Game Award. Integris Health in Newcastle offers various medical services, including primary care, urgent care, and cardiology. Integris Health Medical Group, Newcastle, located at 2191 North Main Street East, or you can call them at 405-633-9105. When you win a game 56-7, and you had 8 touchdowns, 3 from 2 different guys. Ben Rodgers had 3, T.J. Bradford had 3. Your defense forced 1 billion turnovers. You could give this to a lot of dudes. I don't know where to go, almost the whole team. I think we kind of settled on the offensive line. We talked about Billy and I doing that earlier this year. When you run the way they did tonight, these running backs are obviously phenomenal. Okay, we know that. Not taking anything away from TJ or Ben. They're both tremendous players. But tonight, some of the running lanes these dudes had were nuts.
Yeah, I mean, you could drive a truck through those lanes tonight. And like I said, I mean, the offensive line really should have been charging a toll to drive over those things because it really was like a wide lane. And again, you said it, but I honestly don't remember TJ or Ben even getting touched on their touchdown. I'm not taking anything away from them. They're great players.
They're amazing. They're phenomenal.
And you give them a hole and they're gone. But yeah, I like to credit the big boys up front. They don't get enough credit. They don't get their names in the papers and the pictures. So when we can show them love, let's show them love. And they had a great, fantastic game.
No doubt. They were excellent all night. And Blake Cresswell had clean pockets to throw as well. And he played a good game tonight. Had a couple of really nice touchdown throws. The 2 Schumar touchdowns were both highlight level plays for both the quarterback and the receiver. So a lot of guys could have got it tonight.
Yeah, you feel like you're taking away from people, but I mean, what do we do? Give it to the entire team?
I know.
You actually could tonight. But I mean, Creswell is one of those games as a quarterback. You're like, man, I could have probably thrown for 1,000 yards tonight, but you got to pull the foot off the gas in a game like this, and he did what he was supposed to do, and came away with a win.
So Newcastle wins it 56-7. We look ahead now, as we always do. So here's the situation. So they won tonight. They took care of business. They're 5-1 in district play. Point differential of plus 59 at this point. McGinnis has got plus 70. MacArthur's plus 51. Okay, so we mentioned earlier, it's cut and dry if McGinnis wins. If Bishop McGinnis wins tomorrow, they're 10-0. They win the district. Newcastle is now second place, right? That's cut and dry. But the math comes in. If Lawton Mack wins tomorrow, now we're doing math, because if Lawton Mack were to win, oh boy, you got the pen and paper out. Here's where it gets tricky. If they win by 8, they would tie Newcastle, and McGinnis would win the district still. But if they win by, I think it's 10 or more. We're doing math on the air here. If they win by 10 or more, I think Newcastle could still finish third. That's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky. We'll have to wait. I mean, it's a guessing game right now.
They could still finish third.
Out.
Yeah, but again, if McGinnis, if you're a Newcastle fan, you're rooting for McGinnis tomorrow because McGinnis just wins. It's
Put it in the
simple.
Barn.
But yeah, if Lawton Mack were to win by, I believe 10 is the number, 10 or more. If I'm doing my math right, 10 or more, then Mack would. I guess it's 9 or more.
Yeah,
it's 9 or more. You're right. You had it right at the beginning. 9 or more, then Lawton Mack and McGinnis' point differential are both going to be better than Newcastle's, which is what you don't want, obviously. So that's what you're not running for. You're either rooting for McGinnis to win or for MacArthur to win by 8 or less. Yeah. 8 or less. That's what it boils down to.
8 or less, you're right, because we'll have the tiebreaker because we beat them head-to-head.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's what it boils down to. Okay, we got there.
Which you kind of like.
That's why we said we were going to do math, and we did some math, and we got there.
I need to call my brother. He's a civil engineer for something like that. But
we got there. So there you have it. That's the final scenario. McGinnis wins, and it's cut and dry. Newcastle's going to be the 2 seed. That means they would host the third-place team in District 2, which I think right now is Altus. There's still some moving parts there, though. We'll see how the games shake out tomorrow.
Which you said, Altus is a good program.
Not a bad team at all. Not a bad team at all.
Cakewalk.
No, certainly not. And then if MacArthur wins by 8 or less, that's still the same situation. You're going to finish in second place. I mean, that's the tough thing for MacArthur is that they'll win tomorrow but still be third.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they need to win tomorrow but also win by 9 or more, and they know that. So they're going to be obviously they're going to try to win. They always would, but they also know they need to win by 9.
Yeah.
If they do win by 9 or more, they would win the district, theoretically, and McGinnis would be second, and then Newcastle would fall down to third. And that all happens because they beat Mac by 9, but then McGinnis beat Newcastle by 10.
Yes.
And that's where now if MacArthur can go beat McGinnis by 9, that's where that all, you know what I mean? That's where you're splitting hairs by literal points. And it's funny because Bill and I have talked about it every year of the point differential. It can matter. And it didn't matter last year because Newcastle went undefeated. But this year you're looking at it, and it's like that could be – if they had beaten Lawton Mac by one more point, it could be – that
where do you leave the points out there that you could go back and
it all matters at the end,
So correct me if I'm wrong. If they finish in third, does that automatically mean we're on the road in the first round?
It does.
Okay.
They would go to whoever finishes second in District 2, which right now would be which actually, okay, I said Altus before. Technically right now Altus is in second and Guthrie's in third right now. So technically right now that would mean a trip to Altus if they were to finish third. And Guthrie would come to Newcastle. That's as of now. There's still games tomorrow. Altus has to play Carl Albert tomorrow, by the way. So Altus, not that they can't win that game, but
probably
they're underdogs in that game, certainly. Guthrie, meanwhile, plays Lawton High tomorrow. Lawton High, not a bad team, 4-5 overall.
Guthrie took Carl Albert to the wire last week.
Right.
So,
that's right.
So they're a team to be reckoned with as well.
It most likely, if barring upsets, which are possible, it would be most likely either Altus is coming to Newcastle or we're going to Guthrie. Those are the two most likely scenarios next week. So there you have it. I think we figured it out. I'm proud of us. That was pretty good. We did a good job there.
Goodwill Hunting on the board, drawing all the stuff. But
we worked it all out. We figured it out. So there you have it. So that's the situation. We'll be watching tomorrow. It's a big game on OSN, so watch. Tune in. And
double screen, like we said. It's gonna be
Del City Pryor,
another
great one. So we'll be tuned in, and we'll see what that means for Newcastle next week. But what we do know is we'll have playoff football next week.
Great.
Mentioned the coaches show at Luigi's Thursday night with Keith and Gene. Thursday night at Luigi's. If you can't get out there in person, be sure to watch on OSN. And then next Friday, pregame 6:30, kickoff at 7 for Newcastle in the playoffs. Again, most likely either against Altus or Guthrie, barring something I didn't foresee there kind of when I looked at the standings. And obviously, if it's Guthrie, that's a rematch of the semifinal game last year, so that'd be a lot of fun. So we'll see, though. But the playoffs are here.
Yeah, let's hope for weather like we had tonight.
No kidding.
And then,
no kidding.
Kind of a last thought for me. Definitely prayers go out to the young lady, and then we hope she's okay. And,
absolutely.
And to her family.
No, great call.
Hopefully everything's good there. Don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody standing on the sidelines for sure. But, no, looking forward to next week. Playoffs is, you gear up. The whole town should be involved.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday Night Lights, it doesn't get any better than that.
That's what it's all about. Well, all right. Well, cool. That's it for us, Trent. Appreciate you again stepping in.
Thank you.
Did a great job once again, and we press on into the postseason. That's it. For Uriah Martinez working the camera, Carson Wade on the production, Trent Wade, I'm Josh Calloway signing off from Oklahoma City. Racers get the job done, finish the season 7-3, and they're on to the playoffs next Friday night, wherever it may be or whoever it may be against. OSN will have it next Friday. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody, from Oklahoma City, where Newcastle takes care of business to close out the regular season.